Hello, everybody, and welcome to a lovely sunny Great Eccleston. I'm Tom Beattie.
I'm Andy Miller, and we should be here normally for the Great Eccleston Show weekend, Tom, shouldn't we?
We should be here normally for Great Eccleston Show. It's a lovely sunny day. But unfortunately, as you can see across the banking, there is nobody here. Great Eccleston Show has had to decide not to put on for a second year in a row. But who is here?
We found a couple of people
We have found
who
a couple
you
of
know
people.
very well.
Yes.
I sort of know them a little bit, but they're very important people.
Indeed.
So I'm going to introduce you and going to bring these guys in,
Yes.
and you can introduce them as they come in. Job sorted.
Brill. Hi, Rob.
Hi, Tom. You okay?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Rob and Harry. Rob, you introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Rob Mason. I am chairman of the Great Eccleston Show, and this is one of my right-hand men, Harry Meadows, who is my field manager.
And we thought we'd get you guys here just to say hello. We know it should be Great Eccleston Show this weekend. We're really sad and upset that it can't happen for a second year in a row. And we're even more upset because look at this flipping weather.
Beautiful weather. Beautiful.
I know.
Like, we might have to get the old sunscreen on and top up, but what a weekend we would have had. It was one of the second hardest decisions I've ever had to make.
Yeah.
Hardest one was last year, cancelling it. First year, second year, again, devastating.
I know, it's so difficult, isn't it, Rob?
But
I think
the weather's, you know.
You kind of made the right choice. On Monday we unlock, don't we? And then we're sort of free again, fingers crossed. So tell people big plans for next year. What's the date? Everybody watching, you know, you guys have been... When is the date? What's the date?
What's the date?
I don't know. You should know.
I've correct that. 17th, 18th, I think.
Right, okay.
Second
July.
weekend in July.
Always the second weekend in July.
After the York, straight after the Yorkshire show.
And you guys were great. Great Eccleston Show Committee. We came on to you and look, we want to do something for the fans. We want to do something for Great Eccleston Show fans. We want to do something for track pulling fans. And we decided, look, let's get together. We've got this closed door event. We've got the live stream going. We thanks to the BTPA. We thanks to the Great Eccleston Show Committee for sort of pulling everybody's resources together to do it, don't we?
Yeah. Like we said in previous, interviews, me and you, we work, as the tractor pullers in the club, we work very closely together.
Yep.
And this was just an idea that you chucked out, and I said, yeah, you know what? Let's give something back to the, these public that support us year in, year out, every year.
Yep.
And I have to say, your team of guys, what a fantastic job you've done.
It's so strange, Rob. We were here yesterday, sort of getting ready and doing a few tests and tunes, and we said yesterday, God, it's so strange, no crowd here, isn't it?
Yeah. There's nothing more better than seeing that banking full of tens of thousands of people, pulling in front of a live crowd. We've had the show normally on the Saturday, all the livestock, all the judging, all the dairy cattle, all the sheep, jams, cakes,
Women's Institute, Children's Corner,
teas,
we love it.
Coffees, budgies, pigs, and then Sunday has always been on this banking, on this track, the beef cattle and all that's up the top, and then this is where all the power happens.
Indeed.
But we're halfway there.
We're sort of quietly confident now.
Yeah.
Now we're all, Boris has got this roadmap sorted.
Yeah.
This time next year will be in this sunshine again. Can we just guarantee this for a year's time, please? And then we'll be pulling to the audience out there.
Yeah, next year we really want, we've had 2 years off. We're keen, aren't we, Harry?
Yeah, we're very keen to have everybody back and get back to what we love to do.
I know you've got a great team of people behind you, Rob. You're the chairman of the Great Eccleston Show. You lads have sort of been itching at the bit. As soon as we mentioned we were doing something here, half of your team were messaging me going, can we help, we want to do. It's just something in your blood, isn't it, that you want to do?
I was just talking to Harry then, we said, next year we are really going to go for it. Great Eccleston is going to be back, bigger, stronger, quicker, faster than you have ever seen before. Harry and his team of lads on the field are itching to get something done, to get out there and just get out and put a great show on. Next year, we've got lots of good things lined up. We're going to come out fighting.
Brilliant. Rob, Harry, thank you for joining us. Once again, thank you to the Great Eccleston Show Society for letting us be here. It's your field, but we work so closely well together, and it's great that we can put something on. Hopefully, we get it shared, get it shared on Facebook, and we'll get everybody watching it.
Yeah, we'd work closely, and the track's here. We said, let's use it, let's do it, and, let's see what we're all about.
Brill. Thank you, Rob, and thank you, everybody.
No problem.
Give it back to Andy, and me and Andy will have a chat. Thanks you, boys.
Thanks,
Good to
guys.
see you. Thank you.
Brilliant.
Isn't that great, Andy? Great partnership between Great Eccleston Show and the Northwest Tractor Pullers Club.
That for me has been the key of it, and again, all the thanks to the committee, everybody else who allows us to come in here and do this. And as I say, it's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
very
a bit
strange.
surreal.
A bit strange,
But if we can do a little bit of normality, sanity, tractor pulling.
Yeah.
We love a bit of diesel, bit of methanol, those sort of things. And to be fair, I think we've been itching to get back out here.
Yeah.
Hopefully the stream is going across as well, so some of our friends in Europe and everybody else can see what's happening.
Yeah,
and,
that's the idea.
So again, we've got.
So as we always say at the beginning of a show, and we always forget to say it, me and you, if you are watching out there on YouTube, thank you for joining us. Share the link, get it shared to your friends, colleagues on Facebook, wherever, Twitter, Twitch, Twitter,
I don't know.
Instagram,
I'm an old guy.
Snapchat,
I don't know all those ones.
TikTok, all that jazz. If you could get the stream shared out there, that would be fantastic. Just, we've got some pulling action, a couple of hours of pulling action this afternoon here from the lovely sunny Great Eccleston. Yeah,
and I think the other thing as well, with the teams as well, they've been itching to get out here. We did have a little bit of a test and tune yesterday.
We did.
Unfortunately, we had one or two casualties, but without, pretty okay considering what we've got here. Is quite nice. We've got a little bit of representation across right from the starter classes. So little garden tractors right the way up to modified.
Some modifieds, yeah.
Yeah, modifieds and a truck as well.
Yeah, indeed.
Potentially.
Now, also big news for the stream, ladies and gentlemen, we want to let you know is at the moment, right now, there is a discount code. So you can buy your tickets a little bit cheaper for the August Bank Holiday Weekend event. Now, we've just said to Rob and Harry there, on Monday, Boris's plan, and the UK opens up so we can have proper events again, and fingers crossed it'll still be like that by August Bank Holiday Weekend. And as you guys know, we always sort of have two events. One is in conjunction with the Great Eccleston Show, and then on the August Bank Holiday Weekend here on this site we have our larger event, which is on the Saturday and the Sunday. Now if you go to nwtpc.co.uk, it just flows off the tongue, doesn't it?
That was well practiced.
Thank you. Tickets are on sale there now. You can buy them at a discounted price on the gate, and currently they're even more discounted. So you can get, if you put in the discount code
August 21, as in the numbers 21.
August 21. So
Doesn't
if you put the
matter.
discount code August 21 in, you will get a discount on the tickets when you buy them online today. Now that code is only valid while this stream is on. And if you're watching this back afterwards, the code won't be valid anymore, and there is only a limited amount of tickets. So, let's put buy, all that jazz, isn't it, as they say? Sorry, Andy. Was I upsetting you then?
No, sorry. No, sorry. I was getting waved at.
I
was getting waved at.
He's waved at by the technical crew in the background.
Yeah, because we're where are we? We're just about to go to 2 o'clock to start. So
2 o'clock is the plan for the start.
So I don't know where's your watch is on mine. I haven't got a watch on mine.
I've got my phone.
Where are we?
We've 5 more minutes. So hopefully, if Tom's listening in the VT, Mix in the VT, we call him. We'll get some adverts playing. We'll get some of our sponsors' messages out there for you for the next 3 or 4 minutes. Don't forget the discount code. And when we come back on, we'll be live. And we're going to start the action. We'll let you into a little secret. You've probably seen, you might have seen in the background. We're going to start with a very interesting...
No, they can't see it yet.
No,
they're watching us.
They don't just see us. We're going to start with something very interesting, aren't we, Andy?
I hope so. It's new addition to BTPA pulling. So we'll see it. And it's come from one of our European countries. So we'll see. We'll see.
So we'll see you after the adverts, folks. Yep. See you 5 minutes or so. Thank you.
Cheers, guys.
Thunderstorm, 8.5 ton Super Sport, Stephen Charles.
I know. You said we'd give him a surprise.
Thunderstorm from Stephen Charles. 8.5 ton Super Sport truck.
Ah, that's far enough for him. First time we're driving this machine here this weekend with us. Imported the tractor over from the Netherlands. And he had a few teething problems. This is the first time this weekend the Scottish sledgers attempted to stop a Super Sport truck. And they've proven they can do it. They were most happy the other day when they test and tuned. It was fabulous. So just one of those trucks here. We only have one of that style of pulling truck in the UK. There are a couple of other pulling trucks in Scotland that aren't with us this weekend, but Stephen wanted to bring his new machine just to test it out. He's had it all in pieces and sprayed up and revamped and recoloured, and new set of rubbers, new tyres on it since it was imported from the Netherlands. And it certainly does look the part. All credit to Steve and the team. They do a great job, a really fabulous job at making the machines look the part. So this is his third pulling machine now, Mr. Charles. He has a 4.5 ton Super Sport tractor. He has a light limited Super Stock. I always call them the wrong name. And now he has his truck puller. He's certainly got the pulling bug, which is nice. So, yeah, you take it away, Andy.
Yep. Up here, I've managed to get hold of Stephen just after the run we've done down here at the moment. Stephen, it's great to see the truck here. It's brilliant, mate. Well done. How did you find that?
Oh, it was fantastic, that way. It's great to be back. After a long time off, it's just brilliant to come out, do a little bit of something. It is a new truck to the team. It is his first event. We're excited to be here, really excited to be here. And just let's hope that there's plenty more pulling to come. So, yeah, very good.
Brilliant, thanks Stephen. And also I hope we might see some other tractors in August if we've got the event on that come back from your stable as well.
Yeah, we've got Thunderstruck will be here in August. It's down in France at the moment, just having, well, it got marooned down there before the COVID, to be honest, so we couldn't get it back. We are going for it in a few weeks. It will be here in August with the truck. So yeah, no, let's just hope we have a real good time in August. We're really looking forward to it as well, you know, so. And the team's excited to be here. Just refreshing to come out, see people. Brilliant, yeah. And the truck's going well as well, so that's okay. So, yeah.
Brilliant, thanks Stephen. We'll see you maybe a little bit later on. Okay, thanks Tom, back to you.
Thanks Andy. So yeah, great run from Steve. Just to let you know, folks, I am trying to watch the chat on my phone. So I know in our normal Euro pulling show, we like to get interactive with you, and we'd love to do that today. So if you can get in the YouTube chat, we'd love to see your comments. We'll give you a shout out, so forth. And we're ready for the next one. Here we go.
And here we are, the next class that we're going to go through. We've got 3 or 4 here. This is a garden class. It's under 16 horsepower. And this is for 350 kilos. All up weight, driver, fuel, everything. And also on here, this is from 8 years old. 8 up to 16, I think it is there. So this is the kids' starter class, basically.
So that really is the entry-level class, isn't it, Andy?
Yep. So your Daisy, you'll be looking for one of these, Tom.
Don't. She'll be watching. Don't tell us that. We'll wait for a moment. She'll just get the track prepared. This one is Wrecked Horse, is it, Andy?
This one is indeed Wrecked Horse.
So just tell us a little bit about this class and how it works. then you're the garden puller expert today.
Well, basically, I mean, exactly what you see with the bigger tractors.
We're looking at the camera, remember?
Oh, we're on the camera. I didn't realise we were on shot.
Well, we should. I don't know. We will be, knowing Tom.
You are right. Okay. Basically, at the moment, this is, I say, starter class.
Yeah.
It's basically a modified ride-on lawnmower.
Yeah.
So the decks come off it, few little tweaks, as all tractor pullers have.
Yes. Yeah.
Limitation: 16 horsepower on these ones here.
16,
1.6.
Yeah.
Even you could handle it.
Even
Tom.
I can manage that. He says.
350 kilos all up weight. Exactly the same system, weight transfer sledge, exactly the same way that we do with the bigger tractors pulling. And these kids love it. They start from 8 years old, so you'll see a real mixture of them here. And there's a couple that's they're newbies.
There's a few newbies, isn't there? Yeah.
Because also we missed a year, so
we did. Yes.
They've come 8 years old, so now they can go pulling.
Brilliant. Well, let's see some action. Are we ready for Wrecked Horse? Nice little run there for him. And they pull a shorter track, don't they, Andy, the Gardens? Come on, get your microphone on.
60 metres,
Remember,
Tom.
we have to stand in front of the camera.
But you've got me running around all over the place.
Well, I know, I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're basically running 60-metre track on here, so I think they've started looking at it. They've started
at
the
20, I think. 20.
We're on the 20. Yes, we're on the 20, so they'll be running to the 80 metres. Flag is up at 80 metres there.
Yeah.
This will be a sort of one hit on these, so these guys, they're set to stop them.
Yeah.
So before 60 metres in total distance.
Yep.
So I think that one there, looking at it, there was about 45. We'll have a distance, hopefully shortly.
Have a distance, yeah. Yeah. So it's a lovely little class, like we said. It's the entry-level class for our pulling family. Normally, some of these pullers, their father or mother or uncle has a larger tractor, isn't that right?
It tends to be by default that they get into it, but also it's a great introduction to the families, friends around, people that know it, it's people that see something when it's going live. I was just looking up because Charlie Robinson on here, he was the champion in 2019.
I see, okay, so he's the one to catch.
So there'll be a couple that want to kick him off that perch, I'm sure.
Yes, indeed. So what have we got coming up next then, Andy? Tell us about the next one.
We've got a little bit on the next one, and that is Petrol Fever. So
okay.
you'll see his dad later, but this is a newbie. This is
from the Green family.
Lovely. It's a lovely looking John Deere.
Yeah.
And young James on here will be driving. It's a copy of a 3130.
Oh,
Looks really cool.
Cool.
So let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens.
Petrol Fever, Garden Class, James Green.
So a good run. Like we said, it's a new tractor out this year, isn't it, that Andy? So still getting the bugs out of it, still learning just how to drive it properly.
Well, I had a little walk round last night because I'll let you into a secret.
Go on, lay it on me.
His dad broke it last night.
Oh, did he now? I see.
He snapped the gear lever off it.
Oh, okay.
So young James was like, well, if you're going to do that, I'm going to break your tractor.
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
So they got it fixed, which is brilliant.
Yeah.
So you can see him there. And as I say, first time out, he had to go yesterday, and it's brilliant that I think he was a year off because he could have competed last year,
yeah.
but he's on with it now. So
because I'll just remind everybody, it's 8 years old, isn't it, Andy?
from 8 years up to 16.
Yeah.
And we've got also somebody coming out this weekend that's a real newbie, because until yesterday they didn't know they were going to be driving.
Oh, I see. Yeah, we'll get to that.
We'll get to that in a minute.
So don't forget, folks, I'm looking on my phone here on the YouTube chat, so do come and join us in the chat. We've got quite a few people watching. It's great to see you all. Some of our regular viewers from the Euro Pulling Show are in there. Some new people. It's great. Welcome. Thanks for coming. And don't forget the discount code. We will tell you this about
August
20 million times.
21.
So
August
21. Go to nwtpc.co.uk. Go to the website. Discount tickets for the August Bank Holiday weekend. Get your tickets now, because we're set for a cracking weekend. If we're allowed out and Boris doesn't change his mind, we're going to have an absolutely amazing do.
And if not, we'll have a couple of beers anyway.
We will, yes. We'll be doing this again to nobody.
If we're allowed to have a couple of beers, that's for sure.
Right, next one. Tell us about the next one, Andy.
Right, next one's Blue Thunder, and this again, another newbie. Newbie. This is Harry Whitaker. Harry had a go yesterday on it. I'll tell you about this. It's a little bit, this one here is a 12 horsepower Kohler, so maybe a little bit underpowered compared to some of them.
Okay.
And the other ones as well, if you can probably imagine it from a lawnmower, they've got a belt drive on this. So most of these have got an 8-speed, 6-speed, something like that. So the belt drive system on it. But the tractor itself was, it's been doing okay last 2 or 3 seasons.
It's been around for a while. It's got a new driver on board this time. It's always been in the Northwest camp, and it's sort of, I know exactly where it lives at one sort of garage. The father owns a garage, and literally it's moved to the next door spray shop. Father now owns it, and son drives it. So it's staying in the Northwest, which is great. We've really got a great pool of garden pullers here in the UK, and they're the future of the sport. I know we sound a bit cliche, don't we? But they really are the future of the sport.
But if we can't get the youngsters into it, and the other people there, very soon we ain't going to have it, because we're all getting a little bit older.
Well, you are. I don't know about me. I'm keeping my lovely, gorgeous good looks. Okay, well, let's get ready for Blue Thunder.
Okay. Blue Thunder, garden class, Harry Whitaker.
They're not going to stop him, Tom. Well done, Harry. Cracking run there.
Yes, good strong run from him. I think we may not be getting measurements because of the big sledge being in the way, actually, I think. But we'll.
Okay, we were trying to get measurements on these ones at the moment, guys. It's a test and tune, as you probably appreciate, and a closed door event, but we will be trying to get the measurements up, and certainly the bigger classes.
Yes.
We were trying to be organised and have 2 sledges on the track at the same time.
Yeah, we're trying to keep it slick and have the big sledge ready to go as soon as he finishes garden class, but the big sledge is now in the way of the measuring tower. So it's our faux pas, blame me. All right, I said, let's get it really slick and then we don't have to mess about. Because the most boring thing about tractor pulling is waiting around for the tractors. But now we can't have the
because you know the interesting bit about that, Tom, is because we hear too much of you.
Well, that is true. That is very true. Thank you very much. Love you too, Andy.
And
love you too.
And me. But brilliant. So I think we've got coming up, and this is normally Sparky Dragon has been around for a little while.
Yeah.
This is in the Dragons pulling team. This is Gareth Jones, Nathan Jones, who've got the Pro Stock and the compact diesel.
Yeah.
And normally Olivia, daughter, is driving this, but we have a new superstar guest driver.
Superstar guest driver.
And
she's got a little bit of a background behind her, hasn't she, as to why we're calling her superstar driver?
Well, it is because I think a certain Mr. David Jones has got a problem now.
Yeah, he has. He's got her hooked now. You can see. You may be able to see in the shot in a minute. We don't know what shot you're on, but Mr. Jones, who you know of Superstock fame, the Just Smoking Machine, and also Controlled Chaos. If there's any of our guys watching from the USA, Mr. Jones also runs and owns a Controlled Chaos with Kevin Campbell. This is now he's got himself a problem because young Nipper has now got the pulling bug. So look out.
Do you know the second question?
What?
Are these allowed methanol?
Yes, okay.
So, and then I had the great pleasure of telling him that actually in the compact class, there is a methanol option.
Oh, that'll be it then.
So
we'll have a mini Just Smoky before we know it, surely.
Yeah. And driving today is Lily B, and Lily B's 10, so she's actually just had the first go last night, and now 2 years' time, David Jones, look out, she can get on a compact.
Indeed. Well, let's get ready for Sparky Dragon.
Sparky Dragon, Garden Class, Lily B.
So a fabulous run there. That was probably, I think, her third time on the machine. She drove it yesterday in the test and tune. And of course, like Andy said, she'll have the bug now. Anybody that sits on a tractor-pulling tractors, once you've been down the track once, apparently you get the bug.
Yep. And it's only 13 horsepower, that tractor.
Only 13
Honda
horsepower.
engine in there.
Wow.
Cool two-cylinder Honda in there. We've seen it before, as I say, with the various kids on it from the Dragons pulling team. Yep. And now, Mr. Jones, you have a problem.
Yes, indeed. So again, lots of comments on the chat. Thank you. Enjoying the garden pullers, and we say it's a great little entry class for the kids, and the kids love it. You can see as they're driving back, they're smiling from ear to ear.
Do you know what? I'm going to go and have a word.
Go and have a word with Jonesy. Tell him he's got a problem while we get ready for the next class. So that was the garden pullers are cut into little classes. So that was the under 16 horsepower, under weight class. We'll bring back some more gardens later. In the meantime, we're just getting ready on the line now for the Super Farms, the UK versions of Super Farms. Again, if you're watching from the States or if you're watching from the Netherlands, in the UK we call these machines Super Farms. They are our entryest, is that the right word? Our entry-level class for the UK's pulling, based on a standard farm tractor. Very similar to Pro Stock type rules, smaller engine, limited RPMs, but besides that, that's sort of where the difference is. Most of them are all built up to, they could perform in the Pro Stock class, some of them. Yeah, but we'll get ready, and here we are, we're ready for Smoky 2.
Smoky 2 crew, 3.5 ton super farm, Mary Cameron.
So Mary Cameron, as we've just seen at the wheel, her first season driving Smoky 2. Here we go. Oh, keep it in the straight and narrow. And that's her out the far end, full pull.
Oh, nice full pull. Tom, guess who I've found over here?
Go on, take it away, Andy.
Right, I've tracked this person down because Mr. David Jones, Lily B, brilliant, well done. David Jones, you've got a problem, mate.
I know. What have we started? Thanks to Gareth Jones for lending his little tractor. Lily B's had a great weekend.
Right, apparently we're just trying to look over here if we can get hold of him because we've got no camera on you at the moment because Dave's on the other tractor. But we'll have a look at you in the pits later on. We'll come back to that. We'll cut again. I think we'll do, Tom, we'll come back and talk to David because I want to know what his plan is later on, because I think Lily B would love something like one of these, but a little bit more horsepower, like your quad bike.
Yeah.
They are. You've got problems, Jonesy. See you later.
So, like we say, Jonesy's got himself a little bit of a problem now. He's going to have to build a something for Lily B. We've just seen Mary Cameron run down the track, where the full pull confirmed from the measuring tower on Smoky 2. Young Mary, this is her first season driving, And for those of you who don't know, 16-year-old, once you turn 16, you can drive a tractor puller. And I don't know if you saw on the shot, but she has to be back to the sledge. She cannot pull to the sledge under her own steam until she has a driving license.
And Tom, we're going to get the sledges that's going to come out of the way, but I've got Mary here. I'm going to
yeah,
have
well,
a little,
we can hear you. You tell us. You go for it.
A little chat with her up here because I remember her when she was a little bit younger than this. And I don't know if Dave. We'll just wait for 2 seconds until Dave can get a shot on us because we've got a bit of a blockage on the track. Right, we got the measuring distance. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Right. So, Mary, that was brilliant down there, full pull.
Yeah, I'm very happy with that.
This is probably, how many times have you driven the tractor now?
This is the second event, but like the 4th time I've ever been up the track with it.
I think I was having a bit of fun with your dad earlier, but basically, I've told your dad he's sacked now, so it's your tractor now then, yep?
Yeah, you can do the spannering though.
I could do the spannering for you. Well done, Mary. Super run.
Yeah, great run, Mary. Well done. And 101 metres and 42 centimetres. 101, 42. So full pull confirmed from the measuring tower. Next to the line, we're looking for Jungle Rock. Mr. Gary Phillips at the wheel. Gary took ownership of this machine just a year or two before COVID hit. Sorry, I'm out of shot, people. Is that better? Yeah, a year or two before COVID hit, Gary took over this machine. He's told me he's been doing some work on the engine, and the last project is the gearbox he's been working on to try and get the wheels spinning a little faster. How
did I get the running job?
Well, there you go. I'll go in a minute.
No, you're all right. You're all right.
Yes, so Super Farms, you're a bit more clued up on the rules and regs on Super Farms.
And I'm going to get it wrong for sure.
Yeah, because they've changed the rules as well on us, haven't they?
They have, yeah. So 3.5 ton.
Yeah.
Limited RPM.
But different limitations now on the RPM. It used to be 300.
It's 3,000.
3,000 RPM.
And I'm going to be corrected immediately by one of those going to come across.
But now if they've got a smaller cube, they can rev a little higher if they've got appropriate guarding.
Correct.
Well done. See, you knew more than well done.
You knew more than me.
Yes, indeed.
So we've got, as I say, we've seen Mary go down. We've got another 5 tractors, so we've got 6 in this class.
Yeah.
And just trying to think what else we could talk with the... Yeah, we've got a couple of ones that were coming through. Jungle Rock, as you said, a couple of test runs before.
Yeah.
Gary, when he was running it initially, only had 2 gears.
Yeah, well, you were telling me that earlier.
Top high and top low.
Oh, okay.
So he had one of those stripped gearbox systems, or what we like to see. It was had a bit of some teeth issues. So
let's remember everybody about the discount code. You tell them about the discount code.
August 21. August 21 is the discount code. So you can get that August 21, and that will get you your £2 off your tickets while the live stream's on. Tom, have we got anything in the chat?
Yes, lots of people coming in. Somebody remembering when my dad used to commentate and liking me to him. I don't know if that's a compliment or not. I'll take it though.
Yeah,
thank you.
Okay,
pulling pics just stopped my uploads next to for the videos that'll be on after the live feed. That's a good way of getting a plug in. Well done, Stephen. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready for Jungle Rock.
Jungle Rock. Gary Phillips.
Jungle Rock, 3.5 ton Super Farm class, Gary Phillips driving.
Wow, what a nice run from Gary. Yesterday he was testing in about 70 metres, so I think he's just dragged her down there just over the 90 or just before the 90 metres. So
we'll wait for the measuring tower to let us know, but yeah.
And also, great to see a Leyland.
Yes.
Different brand.
Different colour for once.
Different colour.
Well, slightly the same colour, but you know what I mean, don't you?
You're adjusting your running order there, Mr.
Well,
Reed.
it kept blowing away, so I put it on the floor now and put some underneath it to stop it blowing away.
So we'll get the distance in a minute. So the first two down there, Sledge looks as though they've left it alone where it was. Great setting there, Mary, 101 metres, just over the full line. Another 4 left to come in there, and we've also got one that was out only roughly for, I think, one event on the 19th. He came up here in August, so new tractor in that respect.
Yes, indeed.
We saw him do a test run this morning.
We did.
Looked pretty impressive.
It looked pretty impressive, yeah.
The only person, unfortunately, that should have been in the class today as well is Diesel Ross, Martin Ross from Scotland. Yeah. He had some issues at their test and tune, come down there, changed the pump over, sorted that out, but then had some more problems with the fuel pump when he was down here. So he was ready to pull and everything. So, Martin, thank you for coming down here and the team and everything, but unfortunately a bit unlucky like you have sometimes with tractor pulling. So
hey, that's pulling, as they say.
Yeah. So we're getting sorted, so we'll find out what we've got distance on Jungle Rock in a minute.
Yep.
So, but well done, Gary.
And a distance of 89 metres and 72 centimetres. 89.72.
I was pretty good at 90.
That was a good guess, to be fair. Good guess, Andy. Well done for Gary Phillips on the Jungle Rock. Like we say, fairly new machine to him. He hasn't had a lot of runs, although we've had a lot of time. I keep always saying, fairly new machine, when really they've had it for 2 years, but I forget COVID's been in the way. So
we haven't been able to do anything in that respect. So, yeah, well, I think that's probably his third event with the tractor.
Yeah, I think probably third or fourth event. So next up is Stuart Hunter on Talk and Business, is that right?
Yeah, it is Stuart. Stuart's been around for a little while.
And this tractor has been around tractor pulling forever.
Come on, what was it called before?
Oh, what was it called before? Tango.
Tango.
Yeah,
and then was it also the French Connection?
It was also the French Connection, yeah. So it started life up here in the northwest, and it's been all around the UK, and now Stuart's taken ownership of it and runs it.
And the nice thing, again, another make, another different brand.
Yeah,
Renault.
brilliant.
Renault,
an orange one.
An orange Renault, original Renault.
Original Renault, yeah.
So we'll see what Stuart can do. Richard had a drive and test and tune yesterday as well.
Yeah. It's only a sort of two-person team. There's Stuart and father that run the tractor, really. So they do a great job getting it down the track. I don't want to put the commentator's kiss of death on it, but it's an old reliable tractor. It seems to always go. I know. Yeah.
So we'll see what Stuart can do, but certainly yesterday it was running as strong as I've seen it run for a while, which is really good. So I hope we can get him sorted on it, which is looking forward to.
We'll just get him chain tight, ready for action.
Yeah, I think again I'll sneak off and talk to the sledge team and just see what weights they've got. In some
that's
of
a good
these
idea.
Well.
Yeah, let's get a bit of insight in the sledge.
I'm going to do that. All right.
You go and do that. I'll keep waffling about this. So like I say, we just get Stuart lined up, ready for action. And as you can see, for those that follow tractor pulling here in the Northwest quite often, we would normally have a different sledge behind the tractors. Normally we'd invite our friends from Belgium, Stefan and the team, over to sledge our event. But due to the coronavirus and the borders being closed, it just wasn't foreseeable for us to bring the Belgium sledge over from. So the guys from north of the border, from Scotland, the Scottish Pulling Clan, the sledge team have joined us this weekend, and we thank them for that, and they're doing a fabulous job. So, are we ready? Let's get ready for Talk of Business.
Stuart Hunter, Super Farm class 3.5 tonne, and Talking Business is my tractor today.
Right.
So a really nice run from Stuart Hunter, looks about the 100 metre mark. We'll wait for the measuring tower just to confirm. Like I say, that old machine, that old orange machine does tend to go really well. Stuart's got it dialed in. Running nicely. Like I said a little earlier, if you've just tuned in, this is our Super Farm class. Now, if you're watching over in the States, the Super Farm tractor is very different to what we call a Super Farm. This is very much our entry level, limited RPMs, limited engine cubic capacity, and the entry level of big tractor pulling, shall we call it. We saw the gardens a little earlier, and we'll see some more gardens a little later. But yeah, it's looking good, and the sun's shining. Don't forget, folks, I will keep going on and on and on about it. Tickets for sale. What?
Tom.
What?
I've snuck down to the sledge.
Well, I was mid-flow then. You stopped me mid-flow.
Yeah, well, there was a good reason to stop you in mid-flow.
Go on then.
It had flowed a bit.
Go on then. You talk.
They are dropping the pan at 70.
Yep.
Push down is at 92 for the Super Farm class.
How much weight's in the box, you know?
I haven't found that bit.
Oh,
yet.
they
wouldn't tell me.
That sneaky piece of information.
Yeah, they wouldn't tell me. So we're going to find out I'm going to go and talk nicely to somebody else.
Fair enough. Bro. Yeah, so as I was saying, don't forget, folks, your tickets are discount code August 21. So that's August 21, discount code for the Northwest Tractor Pullers Club August Bank Holiday Weekend event. Join us there. It'll be a fabulous day. Pulling on the Saturday and the Sunday. Camping is available. You can come on the Friday and disappear on the Monday. Camp all weekend with us. We're looking forward to a fabulous event. So do join us, August Bank Holiday Weekend. And we get a distance in a moment from the measuring tower from Stuart Hunter. Let's see if he's forced to pull off with our first person that got out the end, which was young Mary on Smoky 2. We need anybody else to get past that 100 metre mark to create that pull off. Then we'll find who is the top of the best, if that makes sense.
Tom, I got the information.
Come on, lay it on me.
Just over 2 tonne in the box.
Just over 2 tonne in the box. So run that one past us again. Just over 2 tonne in the box.
Pan drop at 70.
Yeah.
Push down at 92.
There you go. And again, for our American guests, this is in meters. We work in metric in the UK.
Oh dear.
And in Europe.
Can we convert it or not?
I know, I say in the UK we work in metric, but a lot of people in the UK still work in imperial. But in tractor pulling terms, we run on a 100 metre track. What's that in feet?
Feet, it's about, well, the American tracks are at 330.
Yeah.
They aim for 330, so it's about that. It's just over 1.13, something like that. So we're ready for the next one by the sounds of it.
We are. We'll just get the measurements for Stuart Hunter.
That's true, yes.
So full pull confirmed, 101 metres and 60-something centimetres. It'll be on the screen in a minute.
66.
As long as he's past 100, it doesn't really matter at this stage. Past that 100 metre is that glorious full pull line, as we call it. Thanks, 101.66. Like I say, once he's past 100, it don't really matter, does it? So next one to the line will be the Diesel Fever. We saw his son competing a little earlier, didn't we, Andy? Come on, concentrate. He's bugged off. Look.
just sorting out the fact that Jungle Rock did 189 metres officially on the screen.
No, that wasn't right.
It was 89 metres.
Come on, get your stuff together. Come on, this is supposed to be a professional operation. It's not like we've done this before, is it? We're kind of making it up as we go along. So don't tell anybody.
We saw James Green earlier with his 3130 replica, little garden tractor. So we did that. This is Dad. Dad's also got a lovely looking 3130.
It does look pretty. Yeah. I'll give him that. He's put some new rims on it, hasn't he, as well? We saw that. And there was lots of... He was putting pictures on Facebook of the rims in yellow, and then he put a picture on Facebook of the rims in black, and there was comments, oh, I hate the yellow, oh, I love the black. And there
was a lot of discussion,
lots of people that are opinionated about the colour of this man's rims, let's put it that way.
Well, the classic, of course, John Deere, green tractor, yellow rims.
Yes, indeed.
I can't comment on brands and colours, obviously. So which would be a better description.
Speaking of brands and colours, good segue. We must play our thanks to the Malpas team.
Oh yeah, Malpas Tractors. Without those guys, we couldn't do this.
No, we couldn't.
We've got a telehandler.
Thank you, Paul, and the team from Malpas Tractors. You can see all the towback tractors that are running around are blue. So if you're after a new tractor, make sure you go and price up a blue one from the Malpas team. And we're ready. Get ready for Diesel Fever.
Thanks, Tom.
Diesel Fever, Super Farm, Neil Green.
Wow, lovely run there from Diesel Fever. I think we're somewhere just about the 100 metres. So they're not going much further, but it looks like we potentially have another one in the final. So we'll just see, let the measuring tower get the distance on that one. Well done, Neil. I'll try and catch up with him a little bit later on to see how he was feeling about the tractor. So 4 down, couple left to go. We've got Red Bull and Bowlen Raptor, the next two which are coming through. One is a well-known tractor within the setup, and the other one's a fairly new one, which we'll see when we get through. That was a nice run, Tom.
It was a nice run. Sorry, I was doing logistics. I can't help but get involved in that and this.
We've been told that we can't multitask. Are we just disproving it?
We are just disproving it. Yeah, lovely run there. Got a bit of a bounce on, didn't he?
Yeah, again, I think you'll probably be learning the tractor still at the moment, and whether that's pressures, what he's doing with the weight on it.
So we can talk about that a minute then. For the people at home that perhaps aren't super clued up on tractor pulling and how it all works.
We never have a clue.
Well, I don't have a clue, certainly. Andy is involved in a puller as well, and I've been watching it since I was this big, so we've got half a brain between us.
I mean, okay, you've got the base rules in there. They've got to do a certain weight. It's a cubic capacity of the engine, all the other stuff in there. But the bit that probably takes the greatest learning or understanding is how you set the tractor up on the track. And things like balance, weight distribution, tyre pressure, hitch height. You're allowed a maximum hitch height.
But there's nothing to stop you running a bit lower.
So some people change the setup in that respect. You'll see some of the tyres flexing there when they've got lower pressures in them. Certainly when we see some double cut tyres running out here.
And certainly, especially with the diesel machines and the ones that are slipping the clutch for such a long time, they are, from my opinion, more affected to the tyre pressure and the bounce, because when they do finally let that clutch out, then they can just get that little bit of a bounce on, can't they? And the tyres look great for the first 20, 30 metres, but if they've slipped the clutch all that way and then they finally engage that last bit of clutch, sometimes they'll start bouncing, and maybe they should have had a bit more pressure, maybe they should have had a bit less. But like you say, it's a massive learning curve, and the one thing we always say about tractor pulling, the one thing we love about tractor pulling is you can have all the horsepower you want, but if you haven't got up here and the knowledge and the skill to set that tractor up for each individual track, then you might as well take your horsepower and go home.
Yeah, and again, the other thing that is to remember, the lighter you go in weight, it's always a lot more difficult to set the tractor up as well, because when you've got weight, you can at least try and power it through getting into the track a little bit more. So you see, and we've seen in Euro Cup competitions here, we've seen in stuff like modified, for example, only 2.5 tons. Two-wheel drive, 2.6 tons, those sort of stuff. You go to a 4.5 ton machine, a Super Sport. You go to a 4 ton unlimited.
Did you hear that, everybody? He just said it's easy to set up a 4.5 ton Super Sport.
No, I didn't say that. Thomas, behave. I said it sometimes helps with
Yes,
the weight on them.
I'm with you,
certainly.
I get you.
It's easier to be able to get them to hook into the track is something you'll hear quite often.
Yeah, locked
That
in.
hooked,
I always say locked.
hooked. That hooked well. That locked in well.
Hooked is more of an American word.
Is
I
it?
always say locked.
Oh, a lock. Sorry, I went American.
I don't know
Sorry,
whether I'm right or wrong.
Apologies to our American friends.
I don't know. So a full pool confirmed. We can
Wow.
hear it in our ears, 105-ish metres. Doesn't matter, as long as it's past 100, that's all that matters. They're talking in my ear.
I tell you what, actually, you're either going to say they're very evenly matched, or this is pretty impressive sledging.
It's good sledging because they're all getting to 101, 102, 103, 104. So great sledge settings at the minute.
Brilliant. So that was actually 101.56.
Next man up, we can see him coming. Who have we got next?
Right.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the next one up is David Todd. This is the Red Bull pulling team. Red Bull pulling team, and they've actually got 3 tractors here because they've
gone from 1 to 3 in lockdown.
I don't know how that worked.
They're babies.
I think
everybody had babies up in Cumbria.
Yeah, actually, that seemed to have been a bit of a bug up north, I think.
So this is the one we were talking a little bit earlier about them changing the limitations on us, isn't it? So this machine has got lower cubic capacity. So the new rules, just in the UK, because this is only a UK-based class, they can rev a little bit higher as long as they've got the appropriate guarding.
I think so,
this,
yeah.
No, I had a chat with Dave.
Okay,
so
cool. I'm glad you know.
over the weekend, yesterday, we did a little bit of test and tuning, and he started off at his original revs, even though we could rev higher. And over the last 2 or 3 times he's been down the track, he's increased the RPMs a little bit and a little bit more. So this now he'll be at full. I'm sure it's 3.5. 3.5, I think. Yeah, 3.2.
Somebody
no, it's
correct
3.2.
us.
You're right. It's 3.2. Yeah.
Yeah. Please correct us. And also, I love the paintwork on this track.
Brilliant, lovely paintwork.
I
It's
love
all
it.
like shimmery. It's a lovely paint job. And like we say, they've been breeding up in Cumbria because they've got 2 new machines.
They've also got, coming to the stable related to them is we haven't seen it yet, is the compact diesel, which we're going to see, and we've also got the garden tractor, which we did see earlier, one of the guys
We did,
there.
indeed.
All right.
So Mr. David Todd, Cumbria, been involved in sport for a long time.
Yes.
Helped put on the Kirkbride event up there as well, so he's a good guy. Part of the BTPA as well, so we wish him luck in this new. He was a bit dubious about changing the RPMs and everything, but he was suited with it when I spoke to him earlier.
We'll see what he's going to do with it, I think, again. So they're almost ready on the line there.
So let's get ready for
Red Bull.
Red Bull.
And just remember that discount code, August 21. Get your tickets at the same time.
Red Bull pulling team, 3.5 tonne super farm. My name's David Todd.
Oh, storming run. We know that's a full pull without having to wait for the measuring tower. Flew past that 100-metre mark. Those higher RPMs look like they're going to be the one to catch. No, it won't be long till they're all doing it in this class next now. A really good strong run there from Mr. Todd. Andy's wandering down. Let's see if he can catch him. Well, we just wait for Andy. Again, Andy did just mention it, but I think he talked over the stinger. Discount code, August Bank Holiday. Get your tickets. August 21, August 21. Let me know when you're ready, Andy. I'll have a look in the chat. What's happening in the chat, folks? Talk to me. Oh, you're telling us we got the distance wrong. Oh, okay, yeah, thanks for that. I'm not in charge of that bit today. Tickets bought, can't wait. Thanks, Ross. Can't wait for August, neither can we. Good afternoon, watching the link. Yeah, come back to doing what you do. Yeah, Duncan and Nick. Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Right, I'm ready, Tom.
Yeah, go on, Andy, take it away.
Right, David. That was rather nice. Are you? Thank you very much, sir. We had you tried something. Tom's been talking about this RPM setup. So you tried it with the normal RPM and a little bit higher with the cube of the engine.
Yeah, there's been a rule change in the BTPA now. So if you're less than 370 cubes, your tractor can rev up to 3,200 RPM. So We tried 3,000 RPM yesterday because it's a while since I'd driven the tractor with corona and a broken ankle and things like that. So we've wound it up to hopefully round out that 3.2 mark today, and she's a different animal altogether now. The foot's left the clutch of its own accord a bit. I think I need a bit grippier clutch pedal, but we're getting there now with her, Andy.
Absolutely brilliant. The Red Bull from Cumbria there, and also congratulations to you and Mel as well, engagement and youngster, baby William, which was in, again, they were busy in lockdown. We can't say any more. Well done, David.
And as I suspected, a full pull confirmed from the measuring tower. So the next one to the line will be the Bowlen Raptor. So yeah, this one is Leon. Leon Attenborough at the wheel of the Bowlen Raptor. Only arrived this morning, couldn't get it ready in time. They were spannering yesterday. So this will be the second time down the track for Leon on the Bowlen Raptor, but a lovely turned out machine. Leon is a bit of a perfectionist. If you go to his workshop or get stuff done by him, he works and tinkers away, and it is gorgeously produced, gorgeously turned out. Lovely machine, isn't it? Oh, yeah. Are you?
I'm back again, yeah. We're around there. I like the colour, actually.
It's lovely,
it's like a silvery colour on there.
Blue but silver.
And he had 2 runs this morning.
Yeah.
Shut off, he wanted some data, so shut off about 70 metres this morning. Then put it, let's see what it can do. So it'll be interesting because I think he was in the mix already.
Yeah, I do too.
Which would be really interesting considering it's only the second time really at a competition. So yeah, we'll see what he does with that one.
So just get the chain tight. And here we are. We're ready for the Bowlen Raptor. Doing the business. Oh, another stormy run, a fly out the end, that one. We don't need to wait for the measuring tower.
I thought we were American pulling there. It was to the hill.
Oh, yeah, to the hill.
Brilliant run there.
It's a really good run. I keep forgetting you're there. I'm looking that way.
You're normally telling me off because I'm the wrong way around.
Sorry, people.
But hey, that's interesting because that is 3,000 RPM.
Yeah.
Toddy was 3,200.
Yeah.
So far, they look the 2 strongest.
They just certainly do.
Far.
Mary, to give her a due, Mary flew out the end in good style.
Yeah.
So, yeah, happy days.
So, looking down there, I think we have checking either 4 or 5 through to the pull-off.
Yeah, we do.
I'll give a quick check, Tom.
Go on and have a quick check. So, again, folks, let's have a look at the chat. Hi everyone. People texting me, people WhatsApping me. Hi, this is great, Tom. I know, it's good, isn't it? Is there something wrong with the sound? No, it's just how I sound, Claire. Oh, what am I trying to do here? Find the chat. Sorry, people, how unprofessional. Chat. Where are you? So to get us in the chat, tell us where you're watching from, what you're doing. Be great to hear from you, where you're watching us at. And don't forget, folks, to buy your tickets for the August Bank Holiday weekend. Discount code on northwesttractplursclub.co.uk, nwc.co.uk. Thank you. Yeah, full pull confirmed for the measuring tower. So, yeah, we've had a little bit of a glitch. We are in the middle of a field. We have got the best internet we can get. Do just bear with us. We will keep streaming. It might just go glitchy for a second or two, but it'll always come back. We're on a satellite hookup, so which is why sometimes it does go a bit glitchy. There's nothing we can do about it. It's not our end, it's the internet end. We've got a very long wire plugging into the building where the internet is. It should stay fairly solid, so do bear with us, please. What else have we got? When is the mods driving? So the mod will be on maybe in about 40 minutes, an hour, something like that. We've got quite a few classes to get through, so we're running the gardens again now. I can give you a little bit of an idea of the running order. So we've just seen the what have we just seen? The super farm, the 3.5 ton super farm, first round of pulling. Now in a normal world we go straight onto the pull off, but we've got so few of them, and in the test and tune we don't really want to have to force them to run while they're really hot. It's not fair on them, it's not fair on the machines. So it's a little trick we do. We put the garden pullers on now while they get a chance to cool down, and then we'll run the super farm pull off a little bit later on. So you do just have to bear with us for it not to be too confusing. So we move now onto the garden puller class. So the first one on will be the Fenton Fire.
And just to confirm, Tom, the super farm, 5 full pulls. We'll see them back later.
Yep, perfect.
5 there. So the only one, Gary, there, although he had some better gears in there, not quite making it at the 90 metres. The others all just over the 100 metres. So
yeah, it was really good sled setting.
Yeah, 5 in the final. And now we'll see who's the strongest.
Now we will see who's the strongest. Yeah, so really good. So I was just telling everybody, Andy, you can hear what I'm saying, obviously, but we're now moved on to the 400 kilograms, over 16 horsepower class. And the first one's the Fenton Fire. Young Mr. Henry Parkinson, this is his first outing on this machine. So let's get ready for Fenton Fire.
There we have young Henry Parkinson there. Looks as though he's probably right near the full pull line. For these guys in the 400 kilo class, again, like the earlier under 16 horsepower, they are running a 60 metre track. So basically that's what we're looking. So the flag's been put at the 80 metres. They started on the 20 metre line. So there's a 60 metre track these guys are running today. Again, very similar to the small garden class. Minimum age is 8 years old to start from, up to 16. And a combination of diesel or petrol if required. They're allowed to go up to 25 horsepower, so a little bit different from the smaller ones. We saw the under 16 horsepower, a little bit more poke, a little bit more distance, and we'll see a couple of these tractors coming back in again with different drivers in the future. So next one up will be Little Viking. So we'll see that in a minute.
.64 metres and 94. 64.94 for young Mr. Parkinson on the Fenton Fire.
And so I think what will be happening here, because we're running one hit with these guys, is basically that will be like a floating. It's a floating full pull. So basically that will be his distance.
Coming back, I'm just going to the flagman. You know what I'm like, I can't help but getting involved in trying to sort the job out.
We managed to keep Tom here for about half an hour, and now he's off on walkabout. But well done, young Henry.
So what's the next one, Andy? Tell us about the next one.
Next one, Little Viking. And this again, I think, is a new driver relative to the tractor. I'm just trying to find my notes here for the moment, Tom. Just fill for me.
Sorry, I'm back now. I was just instigating, you know how it goes. So, what's this then? Let's get ready for...
This is the Little Viking.
The Little Viking, Garden Class, Eleanor Dalton,
Lily Phillips.
Well done. That was Lily on there. And Lily, that is the first time she's been driving on the tractor. So there's another driver coming out that we'll see a little bit later on. But basically, Lily Phillips, she had a go earlier on, and that's the first time in competition there. And just on that, the Little Viking. This one is a 22 horsepower.
22 horsepower.
Kohler Command V-twin.
Good.
If you know what one of those
I don't
is.
know what that means. I'm getting lots of messages from people, which is nice.
Right, let's go in the chat. Let's have a look and see
so
what's going on.
I've got the Belgium sledge team texting me going, we're watching from our home, from the beach. We're gutted they can't be with us, and again, we're gutted you guys can't be with us.
Where's the beach, though?
Where is it? Saint-Tropez. The Belgium sledge team are watching us from Saint-Tropez. Nice, Stefan.
Well,
thanks a lot.
That is great, but where are you? It would be brilliant if you were here, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, we could organise it that we all went to Saint-Tropez.
Yeah, well, yeah.
We could do that, and then we'll do a bit of pulling on the way back up.
Nice.
Like that.
So 61 metres and 42 centimetres we heard in our ear for the Little Viking. 61.42.
Technically a full pull for the class,
but
we're
running a floating full pull.
Floating finish, so
One
she's
hit.
3 metres behind young Henry Parkinson. So in second place at the moment.
And I've had a message from Jeanette. We all know Jeanette. She works for the NTTO and the ETBC.
Yep.
Lovely lady, Jeanette. I'm sorry you can't be with us. I know you normally come over to Eccleston. It'd be great to see you here. The internet connection is not that bad, Tom. Don't worry. So great. Thanks, Jeanette. We're not worrying.
I don't think there's a lot we could do about it.
There's nothing we can do about it, but it's good to know you can still hear
Brilliant.
us.
Okay, so again, we talked about with the Red Bull pulling team.
Yep, next one's American made.
This is the number 3. That is, it looks as though these tractors are coming in now and taking route up in Cumbria, moving around to the next owners.
Yep.
And this is, again, this is a newbie, and this is Liam Holden Housby.
Yep.
Driving American made.
Let's get ready.
American made, Garden Class, Liam Holden Housby.
So feels a load now as that box tops. Listen to the tone of the engine change. Digging in, scratching out. That's going to be far enough for the American made.
I'll tell you what, I think that's going to pop in between the first two.
I think you might be right. Now, just for your notes, people, there is no public here. You can hear a few claps and what have you in the background. That is team members of said teams, other pullers that aren't pulling, wives, girlfriends, all in the social bubbles, all socially distancing. Don't worry, you're not missing anything. No public are allowed. That was obviously father or mother of young clapping away there on the side of the banking. So don't worry, you're not missing anything.
Yeah.
We are more in the chat that I wanted to just comment on before. Is somebody's gone, watching in Thornton, there's a first time for everything as I'm currently enjoying a cold beer while in the hot tub watching tractor pulling. So we want to know...
Challenge for you, everybody.
Where is the most unique place you are watching our live stream from? Let us know in the chat.
Yeah, brilliant.
Next one we've had in the chat, Luca, who watches a lot of stuff, which is great. If I want to come to Great Eccleston next year from Italy, where should he fly to?
An airport.
An airport, yeah. Manchester. Come to Manchester Airport. That's the nearest one. And then it's about an hour, 45-minute train ride. You can get the train just to the next town along.
Luca, if you get to Manchester, somebody here will get you, mate.
Yeah, we'll pick you up.
We'll pick you up. That's not a problem.
So, yeah, let us know. Let us know where you're watching from.
Okie dokie. What's the code we've got to remember, Tom, for the tickets while the
Code.
stream's on?
August 21.
August 21.
So you can buy your tickets for the August Bank Holiday weekend. I know we're going to keep going on and on and on about it, and I'm sorry if you get bored of it, but, you know, we really want you to be here in August Bank Holiday weekend to witness this live. We know track pulling isn't the same watching it on the screen as it is live. We know it hits you in the chest, the smell, the fumes, the noise, the passion, the loveliness, and we want you to be here in August. So get yourself tickets bought. Boris will allow it. I've decided now. There's no going back once we open tomorrow.
He's in isolation at the moment. Anyway.
Don't. The distance for American Mage was 6060, so 60 metres and 60 centimetres for those that are writing it down at home.
And the next one.
Next one is the No Name Tractor.
This is a no name because they haven't decided on the name, and that's as it literally says. It's a new tractor out again.
Yep.
So we've got that one there, and I think on driving no name is Charlie Robinson's driving this one.
Yeah.
And 20 horsepower Kohler, V-twin.
So let's take
speed,
it away
and it's
for
his
the
first season.
For the No Name Tractor.
No Name Tractor, Garden Class, Charlie Robinson.
Certainly hasn't got the ground speed of some of the previous ones, but have the horsepower it needs.
But I'll tell you what, Tom, that's the most impressive wheelie so far.
I know he's not stopped, has he? All the way down.
Absolutely on the stabilisers there.
And that's far enough for the No Name Tractor. So speaking of the No Name Tractor, ladies and gents, if you've got a name suggestion for said No Name Tractor, get it in the comments.
And I'm sure Chris Robinson will...
I'm sure he will. He'll love to hear
I think
them.
it'll probably be Charlie who decides at the end of it, as it's his tractor.
I think he will.
You know, but we'll see.
Right, so we've got some unique people watching from unique places.
Have you checked that we can
we've got... I'm switching the whirlpool on now to go into the sauna, but no pictures promised. That's from Stefan.
Yeah, definitely.
Watching in North Devon, including my guide dog. Standing in a field doing a photography job, filming combining.
Did you get the guide dog one or not?
Yeah, got the guide dog one. Yes, very good. Very funny. So thanks, everybody.
I thought that went over your head for a second there, Tom.
I got it. So 59 metres and 4 centimetres. 59 and 0.4. So not quite a full pull there for young Charlie.
Yep, and we're now going to see the couple of tractors back again. So we've got Fenton Fire, and this is with... This will be interesting because...
Bigger Brother's on now.
Bigger Brother's on, and if Bigger Brother gets beaten by Younger Brother on his first attempt...
There'll be trouble. So just 2 more little gardens to run.
And then we'll bring the big sledge back on again after that for the next class on the big ones. So as you say, most of them you'll see when the tractors are there as well. They have this 8 or most of them are on 8-speed belt drive on there.
Okay.
But most of them as well, because of the kids and the ages, are always pushed back onto the sledge. And I think they take the reverse out on some of them as well.
I see.
So
like we just said, this is the Fenton Fire with older brother driving it. We saw younger brother before. Yeah. So let's get ready
Joseph Parkinson.
for Fent on Fire.
That looks close. What do you reckon, Tom?
I'm on social media as well, checking all your chats and likes and loves it. Yes, it does look close. Let's see what distance are we going.
Do you know what?
Tell me what young Henry got.
I think it was 64 metres something. I missed out the last bit on that.
Okay.
If I'll get a check with the measuring tower again
for
the first one, just to check, because this will be interesting if he's got past him or not. And there'll be a bit of bragging rights going on there, I reckon.
There will be, indeed. So a nice run for the Fenton Fire. Local lads just live literally 2 farms that way up the road does the Fenton Fire team. Alistair also runs the O'Bonny, Alistair, who's the dad of Joseph and Henry, also runs the O'Bonny Super Sport machine. Unfortunately not with us today this weekend. Not ready for action. I've had all this time to get it ready. So a distance of, we're just waiting, we're just confirming. So we're checking the distances just to see. So Joseph got 58 and 83.
Uh-oh, there's going to be trouble in the camp.
And brother got 64, 94. So younger brother Henry has won this weekend.
So far, no, not yet.
Not yet.
We've got little Viking back.
I meant as in one between the brothers.
Oh, between the brothers,
battle.
yeah, definitely. So that's going to be a little bit of bragging rights there for Henry.
Indeed. Next one to the line, who are we looking forward to seeing our last one?
We've got the little Viking again, and this is Eleanor Dalton.
So
Eleanor's
it's same again. Okay.
But she's normally driving the tractor.
Yeah.
And this is actually out of the Trower family before. If you remember, that we'll see them in a minute with some of the compacts.
Yeah.
But basically, this is the old tractor from their stable.
And I recognise the surname Dalton because father's driving the sledge.
Yeah, father is on the sledge. Is that allowed?
Of course it is.
It's the kids.
It's fine.
And yeah, we know Rob. Rob also has got a mini puller as well, which isn't here this weekend. But I've known Rob and the family for a long time with some of the other PPA guys and all the rest of it. So yeah, it's good to see that Eleanor's out there driving and Dad's on the sled. So brilliant.
Well, let's get ready for the Little Viking.
The Little Viking Garden Class, Eleanor Dalton,
Lily Phillips.
So, not quite the picture-perfect run for the Little Viking, unfortunately. Oh, now we're arguing about the Fenton Fire distances here. Seriously, I didn't look no further than that. I can't believe that. We're already getting that already. Alistair, come and talk.
Whether we can, come and talk. Come with it.
Alistair, 2 sons now. You hold the microphone, COVID safe and all that. 2 sons now, both driving Fenton Fire. Oh, Bonnie sat at home. You're a busy man.
Yeah, I've had to do some adaptations because obviously Henry's like 4'2", and the other one's like 6'3" now.
Yeah. So a long pedal that flips over and all that jazz.
Make it so you can change it over quick because the tractor's in the same class. But anyway, both sides. What we've got now, Tom, is the competitiveness.
Yeah.
Even though Henry's rookie weekend,
yeah,
he had it in his head that he wanted to beat his brother.
Of course he did.
And has he beaten him?
Yeah, it looked like it.
All right. So now I've got to deal with that.
Now you've got to deal with it. Just tell the people at home for a minute, Alistair, what we like about this garden puller class. It's all for the kids, isn't it? We said this before. It's the entry level. It's the future of our sport, isn't it? Talk to the camera. Tell them.
It's grassroots pulling. Is this? It's probably pulling at its finest. There's a great bunch of lads in the pits. We all get on brilliantly, and it's very, very cheap to get into. The tractor that my lads are driving now, I think there's 5 or 6 kids been through that tractor.
Yeah, there has, and some of those kids now. Ellie Pacey has been on that tractor, and now look what she drives.
Exactly, yeah. So like Ellie's on the, you'll see her probably later on.
In the light mod,
so, but yeah, brilliant sport to get into, and well worth it. A lot of fun.
Now you go and deal with the problem with 2 sons of trying to beat each other. Thank you, Alistair. So there you go. Like we said, that's an interesting point Alistair makes. That very tractor, Fenton Fire, used to be painted pink, didn't it? And Ellie used to drive it.
Yeah, but do you know where it started?
May's driven it.
It was May's tractor built originally. Yeah. Then Ellie had it. Then Jack Eccleston.
Jack Eccleston had it, yeah.
Locally here. Then Joseph.
Yeah.
And now Henry. So it's going to come through. So Alistair's got a BioLite modified. Is that how that works?
That's how it works, yeah.
It's going to go on that. So
that concludes that class. Then
yes,
we've got firm distances, who won, who did not.
47.19. So according to what we've been given down here, 64.94, Henry Parkinson on Fenton Fire.
Wow.
Is the winner.
Well done, Henry Parkinson.
Well done, Henry. So there might be a steward's inquiry because it was alleged that the flag was moved after Joseph's run.
Oh, right. Oh, well.
But I think we can't dispute that one.
No.
We can't dispute that one.
The distances are always right.
They're always right. They're
so
always
next
right.
now, we've seen the Gardens and we've given the Scottish Sledge Team time to get prepared for the limited Pro Stock class. So here in Europe, we run, obviously, we run a Pro Stocks, but here in the UK, we have a suddenly, I don't like to say downgraded because that's not the right word, but a smaller class.
Basically, Tom.
They have a limited cubic inch.
They have a cubic inch 405, but everything else of the rules are as per Pro Stock.
Cool. Well,
So
the first
normal
one
Pro Stock.
to the line looks like it's going to be the Moody Blue.
And this is Edward Greaves.
Edward Greaves at the wheel.
Edward's been out, I think this is probably second, third time he's been out with it with us. Coming there. Great to see him there. They had... I can't remember his name.
Get your words out. We're
Ben,
on camera here.
I know. I think it was Ben who was the co-driver or team member. He had a go with it this morning.
Brill.
And I think Edward back in the seat, so we'll see what he does.
Yeah. Well, let's get ready for action with Moody Blue. So a really nice run, looks just about the 100-metre mark. We'll have to wait for the measuring tower just to see exactly where we shut off. Oh gosh, a lovely message there from Harry Van Helswink. I can't say your surname, Harry. Sorry, I'll get told to move back. Is that better? Harry, who was a mechanic of the Van Alphen team. Good to see you too, Harry. Thank you for joining us. So we'll wait for the measuring tower just to see how far the Moody Blue has got. And as we were saying a little just before we started, those of you in Europe that perhaps haven't seen our limited Pro Stock class before, they have to adhere to every single Pro Stock rule. If you remember back to EC at Brander, we had a couple of our limited Pro Stocks complete in the Pro Stock class because the only difference is the limitations. All the rules and the regulations and the safety and everything else is as per a full big Pro Stock. And we're going to see first time a limited Pro Stock with a set of puller tyres on here this weekend. That's a bit exciting. The only difference, the clue is in the limited cubic capacity. Now it used to be under 401, but I think it's now under 405 or 6, and I'll be wrong, and somebody will correct me in the chat, no doubt. Well, test pull for Moody Blue. I presume he will accept that pull. I may not, but we'll wait for confirmation. And we'll just wait for confirmation from the measuring tower for the distance, if it's a full pull or not.
So what's this test pull then, Tom?
Sorry, having a coughing fit. I haven't commentated for long. My throat's not used to it, is it?
You mentioned a thing called a test pull, Tom.
Yeah, so the first tractor in every class is classed as the test puller. That gives us as the team, the crew, the pulling and the promoter, chance to assess the sledge, assess the track, and we need to decide what kind of show we want. Do we want every tractor getting full pull? Do we want just a few? Do we want the strongest ones to get out the end? Do we want everybody? Do we want the, it's a bit of a give and take with the sledge. It's the first time the sledge crew may have sledged this particular track or tractor, so it's a test.
Yeah, and also, for example, here, they also want to have some load on the tractor as well. There's no point in doing drag racing, as we call it.
Absolutely, we don't like that.
No disrespect to drag racing.
No, but that's not how our sport works.
It's tractor pulling, so what we're looking for is something where they can get some load, get some weight transfer in there, get that tractor hooked in, Or locked in, sorry, not
Yeah,
hooked in, locked in. We were talking about that earlier. And then they can do a transfer, ready to keep it there, nice run up there, and put the load on it and see how the tractor can perform.
Brill.
Are we nearly ready?
Looks like it. I don't know if we've got a measuring tower, just trying to get a measurement.
So this is coming up, Red Mist.
Red Mist.
Local, you know about this. This is a
Stuart
Northwest.
Nobler at the wheel. Stuart's owned this machine for some time. Used to be owned by Mr. Parkinson, who we interviewed a little earlier on.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Okay, fine. So, yeah, this is our test puller. Well, maybe our second test puller from what we're just hearing in our ear. So, let's get ready for Stuart Hunter on Red Mist.
Stuart Nobler.
Stuart Nobler on Red Mist.
Red Mist pulling team, limited pro stock, Stuart Noblet and James Noblet.
So come on, Stuart, wind it up. Oh, there we go. Feels a load now as that box stops. Is it far enough? It's a really nice sledge setting. Just looks around that 100-metre mark. We shall have to wait for the measuring tower.
I think he might be a metre short there.
I think he might be a metre short.
But looking pretty good. Pretty good.
We're hearing that we had an issue with the measuring tower for the Moody Blue Run. So we'll take that as a test, but we didn't get a measure, so Moody Blue will come back. I'm guessing. We'll let the
officials describe
We're trying to listen to the live stream and talk to each other and listen to what they're happening and deal with VT all at the same time that we've never done before.
So we can multitask.
So we can multitask, but we presume that's what will happen, and we'll let you know.
Yeah, but don't tell the wife.
Next one on the line should be Hit and Miss, but Hit and Miss is not with us.
Unfortunately, we were expecting Hit and Miss was here yesterday doing test and tune.
Yeah.
Expecting he was going to come out this morning, just wanted to tweak a little bit more. But what's happened, unfortunately, he's had some clutch issues. So
the next
he's not
one will
going
be
to be
the Major Madness.
That's right.
Next Tractor Run will be the Major Madness. Now, tell us about this.
He rocked up here yesterday.
Nobody knew this was going to happen. He kept it very quiet.
And he's got some different rubber on the back of them. So
you'll
see if they can spot it.
You'll have noticed, folks, again, people at home that perhaps aren't fully clued up on the sport track pulling, the tyres make a really big difference into how you perform on the track. Now, in fact, every tractor we've seen up to now has got not
you call it a single cut tyre.
A single cut tyre, a more homemade, shall we say, tractor pulling tyre. They've taken a standard tractor tyre and formed it themselves and single cut it and cut it down to how they like it. Now we're moving on now to some of the tractors that have tyres that are professionally made for the sport of pulling.
But this is the first time I've seen.
This is the first time we've seen a set of puller tyres, as we call them. We call them puller tyres.
Puller 2000.
When they're on a professional tractor.
On a limited pro stock.
On a limited pro stock, yes.
We've seen a double cut made type thing, but these are Puller 2000s on Ed Bateman's tractor Major Madness.
I know, it's exciting, isn't it?
And Ed was one of the two tractors, if we remember, to Brander EC 2019. Went over, the two Fordsons went over, Sir Giles Mostyn with G-Force and Ed Bateman there with Major Madness, and they had a great weekend.
Yeah.
Didn't disgrace themselves at all.
Not
had a superb event there.
But maybe going over there, he's done a deal and bought some tyres.
Well, you never know. Strange things happen in a beer tent when we could be in a beer tent afterwards with the team.
Yes, indeed. So full pull confirmed for the measuring tower for hitting Stuart
Noblet.
Come on, Tom.
He's a Northwest guy.
I'm out of practice. Stuart Noblet, full pull confirmed for the measuring tower.
But to be fair, the two majors, when they went over there to the ECs in Brander, superb weekend. Yeah. Really went well.
And I said a little earlier, just when the limited pro stocks are basically just the same as a bog standard normal ETBC pro stock, just a limitation on cubic capacity.
Yeah, and apart from that, guys, it's exactly the same.
Yep.
So,
thanks for that. Oh. So, don't forget, tell them about the tickets while I check the chat, Andy.
Yep, we're going to talk about that. So, again, if you want to come to the August Bank Holiday event, get online there, Northwest NWTPC.co.uk. You can buy the team, and while the stream is on, you get a discount. Use code August21, August21, and you'll get £2 off the online price of the tickets. And providing Boris is still happy that we're going to do what we're going to do, and it looks that way, we will be tractor pulling on the Saturday and Sunday, August Bank Holiday.
Indeed.
27th and 28th, I think it is.
Yes. Dave Prince is watching.
Dave Prince, shout out. There's a name. There's a name
from
for
Western
the
Canada and the Invader team. Sat having breakfast. Pulled on that track many times. Dave, I remember being here as a young lad, stood next to Dad watching you pull both the Euro Invader, the Atlantic Invader, just another Invader, all of the Invaders, and now that very tractor is over in Canada. And you sat having your breakfast watching it. Great. Absolutely brilliant, Dave. Great to see you. Thanks.
Thanks for tuning in, Dave.
Oh, and people telling us to stay hydrated. Tom and Andy, it
All
looks
right.
wet. Stay
Okay.
hydrated. Go grab a beer. Now, you know the rules. We can't do that yet. We will
We'll
just
go-
as we finish pulling, though.
We
Right.
will grab some water in a minute.
Next one. Keep your chats coming in, ladies and gents. So next one to the line will Mr. B. Ed Bateman on Major Madness.
There's Major Madness, Limited Pro Stock, Ed Bateman.
So let's see what those Puller 2000s can do on the Major Madness. Come on, Ed Bateman, wind it up. Yeah! That looks like a full pull, but it's really close. We'll have to wait for the measuring tower.
That
Great
looks
sledging
incredibly
from there.
close. That
Great
looks
sledging from the
incredibly
sledge
close.
team.
So, was it the tyres? Was it the horsepower? Was it the RPM?
I think a little bit of everything. It's the second time he's ever run down that track with
True.
those tyres on,
True,
so
true.
it's a big learning curve, isn't it, as to tyre pressure. As we were saying a little earlier,
Yeah,
the Puller
set up,
2000
that sort of
tyres
stuff.
will be a little bit different, won't they?
And he did get some advice already on that, and I actually gave him my 5 pennies worth on it compared
you
to
did.
where he was. So we see what I don't know. Maybe find out later on if he did
Yeah,
with
well,
it.
we
So,
can. I mean,
yeah.
nobody ever reveals their tyre
No,
pressure.
no,
It's
it's
the
like-
most
it's like-
closely guarded secret in the
No.
world of tractor pulling. Even when you've got 6 pints down, and you won't find out what tyre pressure.
You
they're
won't
running.
find any joy on tyre pressures at all.
But no, good strong run. Have we got a distance yet? Anybody confirm? No, we're just still waiting for the measuring tower.
So those are actually the 3 limited pro stocks we've seen run today. We don't know if Moody Blue is going to come back. I think they'll probably let him come back later on by the looks of it because, as I say, we're test and tune. We're not technically in competition, but they would like to obviously know what they were doing and how they're getting on.
Absolutely, yeah. Great to hear Tom when he gets going and shouts. Well, I didn't know whether the shouting and bowling would work on the stream, so let me know if you like this way of doing it or when I get all excited. Which way? Watching from France, it's beer time. Yeah, sorry. No, we can't have a beer yet, but great to see you all on the chat. Again, drop the comments. Don't forget to like and share this stream. The more people we can get out there watching it, the better. It makes it more worthwhile if we can like and share. Thank you. Oh, I reckon to put new ones in for you. No, we're still here. We're just discussing. Andy's got flat battery flashing, I think. I can't get close enough to him to have a look, you see. We've got to socially distance. So that did conclude the first round of pulling of the limited pro stocks. And again, as we said a little earlier, same with the super farms, we're going to give those guys a little bit of time to cool down. In normal track pulling world, they'd be the way the sport works is the pull-off would happen straight away. But again, it's a test and tune. We're not here to make everybody break their engines, run super hot when they don't need to. So we'll let these guys cool down and we'll see them back a little later on for the pull-off. In the meantime, we're going to go with the compact diesels. So this is the last time we'll see the smaller pulling sledge, the little one, the Try Your Luck, which has had a new paint job. I saw somebody in the comments had seen that the Try Your Luck has now painted orange. It seems to be the theme, orange sledges, in our chat, doesn't it, Andy?
Tom, behave.
No,
there's nothing wrong with orange sledges.
They're very good orange sledges.
Very good orange
good.
sledges.
I like them.
So we've got sorted
So
out.
tell us a little about the compacts before we get this one
Right,
on.
so we've got here generally in under the sort of I call the European rules, and mainly from some of the countries like Holland and bits and bobs that they have in there. They have a standard compact diesel, but they also have limited or some ones that are slightly different. So what we've got here, we've got 2 classes in the UK. First one is what they call a limited compact diesel, and then we've got basically an unrestricted and limited there. Both 600 kgs.
Yeah.
And that is driver, fuel, everything on board. Diesel only, obviously, with the compact diesel in here. Although there is going to be a compact class which has got methanol.
Yeah.
So that's going to happen in there at the moment. 1 turbo, 2 valves per cylinder.
Yep.
The other ones here on this one is a maximum 4,600 RPM.
Nice, okay.
So the other ones you'll see, we've got 2 limited and 2
unlimited.
2 limited and 2 unlimited.
Yeah.
And you'll see the unlimited, which are open RPM. Well, we're going to see the limited ones. I think we've got 2, but one of them's running again.
Okay.
So we'll see what it is.
Let's get ready.
And it's estimated 90 to 200 horsepower, something like that.
Get
on this
ready
one.
for Black Smoke.
Black Smoke, limited compact diesel class, Sam Trower.
Oh, look at that! Flies out the far end. It didn't look like the sledge was outset at all. Them orange sledges, I tell you.
I tell you what, I talked to them this morning and they said, yeah, we got some more weights, we'll stop these ones, because they did a bit of a test this morning and did fly out the end there. But I'll let you into a little secret on there, because they were spannering on Black Smoke last night.
Yeah.
Slight adjustment, should we say, on the timing of the engine,
Oh,
because it didn't perform yesterday, but
Yeah.
it went like a whatever, like you've just seen it now this morning. And just for those the techie ones out there, VW 1.9 TDI engine.
Yeah, go on, tell us more about this.
Bosch mechanical fuel pump system on it. And it's also got a Quartermaster 7.25-inch twin plate clutch in there.
Get your geek on. Get your geek on.
Mercedes 190 rear end. Gearbox, sorry. I can't read properly. And it's got a Land Rover rear axle on it.
Oh, okay.
So you can see, the other interesting thing is here, we've talked about a lot of the tractors we've seen already, and they're what we call stock tractors. So we used to call them all cast tractors, or ones that are fabricated from the production tractor. So in other words, the transaxle, engine brand similar to the hood and all the rest of it. When you get into the compacts, it's what we call almost like a component tractor. So basically you can assemble. So we've been used to component tractors we've seen them in the bigger classes.
Yeah.
But in here you can see the combination there, VW engine.
Yeah.
You've got a Mercedes gearbox, Land Rover rear end.
Like you just said, we started off live from tractor pulling. There was no such thing as a compact tractor. It was the standard farm tractor with the standard rear end, standard gearbox, as it left the factory with, and then they would tune the engine up. And then the rules changed quite some time ago now. I remember them changing. It was quite some time ago.
It caused a bit of fuss when it changed.
It did cause some fuss
because
when it changed.
they didn't want to run the component tractors with the cast tractors. They thought it was unfair, etc., etc., etc. So a lot of things there, and we now actually have a combination still. To be fair, if people then just the fact that the tractors are getting old now, they go more to the component when they build a new one. But there's still a few cast ones there, and particularly in the UK and some of the other countries on the what we call the smaller horsepower, sort of like the limited pro stock, stuff like that and everything.
Yeah.
Although we do have component limited pro stock in the UK
I know.
as well. So it's a combination of both.
But most of these are all component. In fact, all of them are.
The
They're
compact
all a mix
diesels
of different rear ends.
Yeah.
And most of them have got a VW 1.9
Something
or
like that.
the Peugeot 1.9 engine.
I'll tell you when we get the other ones.
As we go along.
Yeah, as we go along.
So next one to the line, who we got? We've got coming on is, who's this? Compact Dragon.
Compact Dragon.
Compact Dragon.
And this is Nathan Jones at the wheel. Nathan is the son of Gareth Jones, who's got the pro stock.
Yeah.
Diesel Dragon. Nathan's been running this for 1 or 2 years now, and getting a little bit quicker. Looked quite good in the warm-up when we saw him this morning.
Yep.
So that's pretty good on there.
Well, let's see his run, then you can talk about him.
I'll go geeky again afterwards. I'll go geeky.
So let's get ready for Compact Dragon. And another man flying out the far
We
end.
definitely need to have a word with him about this orange sledge because...
Yes. 2 full poles there.
Or they've got stronger in lockdown.
Well, maybe they've been doing a tune-up.
So they've done something different to them. So again, you want the geeky bit?
You tell us the geeky bit.
Right,
now,
geeky bit. Right.
You do the geeky bit. I'll be back.
He'll be back on there. So compact Dragon in there, 1.9 litre Peugeot TDI. Again, Bosch VE mechanical pump on it, like the Black Smokes we saw. Fairly standard clutch on it. LDV gearbox. So anybody remembers LDV vans and so on, and it's got a Suzuki Vitara rear axle on it. So nice run there again. You can see it's clearly through the 80-metre mark because we're running a 60-metre track for these compact diesels, the same as the garden tractors. So they're actually started at 20, running to 80, and really, really strong run again. Second in the championships last year in 2019, and we're going to see this one back again with a different driver at the end of the 2 unlimited compacts that we're going to see shortly. No, really, I think
it's a full pull.
It's a full pull. We can see it's a full pull on there. So.
I just went to investigate the measuring tower. But
okay, so what's happening?
It's a full pull. That's all we need to know.
Brilliant. Right,
So,
tell them about the tickets.
Tickets, we have been harping on about it, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you one more time. Go to nwtpc.co.uk. Put top right-hand corner, tickets and DVDs, takes you through to the Eventbrite page where you can purchase your tickets for the August Bank Holiday weekend. If you like what you see, if you want to be here and see and feel and know just what the oomph of tractor pulling really is about, you have to be stood on this banking.
I'm worrying. You're getting more and more animated. And we're
witnessing it live. And just while the stream is on, there is a discount code for the tickets, which is August21. When you go to checkout, apply discount code August21. And that'll get you a little discount off the tickets, and it's only while the stream is on, and only for a limited amount of tickets. Peach, who's in charge of our Ticketmaster amazementness, has only set a certain amount of tickets. We may have to convince him to let a few more out, but get them while you can for the tickets.
I'm going to go and steal somebody.
For the August Bank Holiday weekend. Brill, thank you. So the next one to the line will be the Diesel Weasel. Like Andy said, there's lots of horseflies about. Like Andy said, we've moved now from the unlimiteds to the we've moved from the limiteds to the unlimited class. So slightly more RPMs these machines are allowed.
And look at what I've found.
Come on then, quick.
Yeah, talk to Gareth before we talk Diesel Weasel. That was pretty good. Compact Dragon.
Yeah, going a lot better.
You hold it, social distancing. You hold the mic.
Cheers. How are you, Tom? You all right?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Yeah, good day.
Cool.
Yeah, really pleased with that.
Yeah.
Certainly better than yesterday with the Pro Stock.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, would have had a play today with Nathan driving for his first time, but look, he's happy today with the compact. We've got that going nicely now, and giving Sam some good competition as well. So real good.
Brilliant. Well, let's get ready for Diesel Weasel.
Diesel Weasel, 600 kilo, compact diesel, Kieran Watson.
Not just performing as it did yesterday in the test run. Yesterday it lit up the RPMs and went. Whether they've chosen a different gear today, didn't just get the RPMs, didn't just get that whoosh at the exhaust that we're used to hearing and seeing.
I reckon he found another switch on that sledge. And
big gear was you, Matt?
Big gear.
There you go. Matt, who's previous owner of Diesel Weasel.
I did actually hear a bit of a rumour in the bit. He said, well, that took that easy. We're going to go for the big gear.
There you go. Confidence outweighed the gears.
So it's Kieran Watson driving on the Diesel Weasel.
Watson, who's the new owner of Diesel Weasel, took ownership only a few months ago up in the Red Bull camp.
So again, we talked about the 3 tractors with the Red Bull tractor pulling team, and that's being the 3rd one that we've seen there.
They just tried a bigger gear and didn't get away with it, did they?
Unfortunately.
But that's the way tractor pulling goes. They'll know for next time.
So again, techie bit.
Go on, you tell us.
VW 1.9 TDI, Bosch inline fuel pump system on it. Centrifugal clutch, Volvo gearbox with a Land Rover rear end. So there's something about Land Rovers. Mind you, we saw a compact Dragon had a Suzuki Vitara on the back end. So is the Suzuki stronger than the Land Rover?
It's like driving an angry wasp. And a distance of 68 metres and
48
centimetres. 6840, 6840.
Right, so this will be interesting because it was when Diesel Weasel was the champion in 2019. So last time it was out on the Unlimited.
Yeah.
And we have now, hopefully, in a good way, some entertainment because there's a nice little one coming out now.
Yeah.
Which there is a couple of pictures of it over the place with not a single wheel
on the thing.
on the deck. So
now,
we'll
this
see.
was originally
We'll see how it
a
goes.
Danish tractor, I believe, Andy. If
Yeah,
memory
I think
serves
it
me
did
right.
come over from there.
It
This
was
is
a Danish garden puller, I think. Or
Yep.
certainly I'm sure. Well, I'm sure you'll correct me in the chat.
Yeah. Gareth will probably check. He's still with us. So
he's still here, yes. I'm getting the yes from the expert.
Came from Denmark, didn't it, Gareth? Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Did come from Denmark. First smoke. This is Darren Trower on first smoke.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's had some great shots on social media of this thing.
For the first few years, it was definitely a learning curve for the team and a driving learning curve. We know the compacts are wild ride machines, but he's had some wild ones with it.
But I tell you what, this weekend, I'm not going to say anything. Not going to say anything. Not going to curse it. Okay. Yeah, because apparently the son drove it better than Dad yesterday.
Quiet, don't say that.
Shh.
So it's first smoke, this machine. Yeah.
First smoke.
So let's get ready for first smoke. So let's see, can he pick a better gear than the previous man? That little voucher, the RPMs go up and up and up, and here we go. Yeah, look at the wheel spin. Now we're doing, whoa. You know what you said about not being a wild ride, Andy? You know what you said? Look, you know what you said.
I'm going to go and have to talk to him. I'm going to go and talk to him.
He's not going to want to talk to you now, is he?
He'll love it. He'll love it. I'm going to go and have a word with him.
Go on, you go and get him.
I'll go and get him.
So, like we say, folks, those compacts can be a little wild ridey. He's made a mess of our newly nicely cut grass. Look, couldn't just keep it in the straight and narrow. Went out of bounds, and that'll be a disqualification. So yes. So disqualification for White Smoke. Won't matter what the distance is. Gone out of bounds, so that's a disqualification.
Right, Tom, I've got Darren here. I've got him after.
Look at Dave. Look at Dave.
Yeah, come down here and look at Dave with me. Right, he's up there. You can see him down there with the camera down there, so he's waving at us there. Right, now we sort of almost put the, or I nearly did. I put the curse on you because I've said he always likes to go the scenic route. There's some lovely pictures with four wheels in the air. The rest of the weekend, it's been perfect. And then you decided, I don't think you've been this side before, have you?
Never been this side, no, always over that side. So I thought I'd have a look this side.
So they're skitty, we know that. They're 600 kgs, they've got a lot of that. I mean, she lit off the line beautifully, but it's, yeah, they're a bit interesting. So what's the tips for driving one of these there, Darren?
You need to be mad, really. I started with a big one and end up on a small one. The big one's easy compared to the small one.
But brilliant, mate. It's, I'm sorry that you've sort of there. They're going to be sending you a bill for the grass, I reckon, because you've taken that out on the side here. But everything's safe. It's there. To be fair, if you'd gone somewhere else, I think Rob on the back would have said, "I've had enough of that."
Yeah.
But we'll see it. Well done, lovely tractor, and apparently it's a bit of a consensus that Sam drove it better than you yesterday.
I think he may have, yeah. Yeah, so I might have lost my seat for a while. Maybe we ought to just stick him in the seat.
Well done, trial pulling team. Well done, Sam, Darren. Thank you very much.
So unlucky there from the trial pulling team and the White Smoke, but all the fun of the fair. We do like a wild ride or two, don't we? Let's be honest. Lots of comments in the chat. Anthony Barnes, best get Stampede ready for August. Your best dad should have been here this weekend. We're having a right good time. Can you just turn up at August and get in? Well, we're still not sure what the guidelines will be for events, track and trace and QR codes and all that jazz. So we are recommending you purchase your tickets up online. We're not 100% sure, and they're cheaper online. So if you can do it online, it makes sense to do so using the discount code
August 21.
Only while we're live. People asking what's the deal with Bank Holiday weekend, what modifiers are coming. Now, I have sort of said this in a live video on Facebook. due to coronavirus, due to the border crossings, due to Brexit, due to carnage, due to all sorts of nonsense. We don't know yet, and we can't give you a straight answer. As many British modifiers will be here as possible. We've only got...
And Scottish.
And Scottish, British and Scottish.
Well, British,
UK. Modifiers will be here as possible, and if we can, by hook or by crook, ask any of our wonderful pullers from over the water on the mainland of Europe to come over, and they can get over without it being isolating or 10 days or Brexit or carne, then I'm sure there'll be loads of pullers out there who want to come to Great Eccleston. So we're working on it behind the scenes. We're hoping that the nearer we get into August, the more relaxed the borders can possibly become, but we'll have to wait and see. But we'll put on the best show we can for you.
Okay, last geeky bit.
Go on, last geeky bit about this.
Little bit about First Smoke.
Go on.
Because we've got Compact Dragon coming back on with a second driver
in
a minute to have a go. And this, again, VW 1.9 Bosch inline mechanical, homemade.
I love that you think he's blowing and he has
and I go to the twin plate clutch. We've gone Italian.
We've gone Italian. Clipboard, don't we?
We've gone Italian.
Yeah.
Alfa Romeo gearbox.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and an industrial chain drive.
Nice.
Just slightly different.
Well, looks like we're ready for the second little Valtra.
Do you know what it says? What does it say at the bottom line of my notes?
Overall third.
No, just sorry.
Likes to take the scenic route. Yes, very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's get ready for Compact Dragon.
Wow. Great run there again, right the way down through the full pull line. So I think just doing exactly the same as we had with Nathan on it earlier.
Yep.
So nice run.
Brilliant. Don't forget, folks, I know I keep telling you this, but if you can share the video on your Facebook pages, on your posts, on your groups, get it in Pulling World, get it on Beer Money, go on, get it all over the place.
Anywhere. And of course, you can use the discount code August21 at the moment.
Someone's just put in the chat the message I'm taking home from this stream is August21. Thanks. On brand. On message.
On key there. So that sort of concludes the compact diesel classes. There, we've had a couple of limited diesels, a couple of limited compacts, and a couple of unlimited, and then we saw one of the compact diesels come back down again.
Cool.
So. That's off the small sledge now.
Yeah, now
so
we're
we've
back
done
to
that.
and someone's just asked, do I know what time Moody Blue will be coming back in? It's as if we can segue straight back in, isn't it?
Well, it's interesting that you asked that because the next class up is the 3.5-ton Super Farm pull-off or second run. Pull-off, second run. We'll call it pull-off. We'll call it a pull-off. Let's put Edward's in the final.
Yes.
Full stop.
Well, yes. Well,
with
obviously
Moody Blue.
he's in the limited pro stock, which is the next class.
Oh, sorry.
Keep up.
Sorry. Wrong class.
So in a bit is a short answer. We've now, as we saw earlier, we saw there's 3.5 ton Super Farms and the 3.5 ton limited pro stocks. We've given them a chance to cool down now where we saw the compacts run, and we're going to run both of those, their pull-offs or their /second runs again now. And we'll start with the 3.5 ton Super Farm and we'll see how they go. So we'll just have a little ad break while we get everything set and ready, and join us again in a couple of minutes' time. Okay, folks, it looks like we've just got a little technical problem on the stream. Don't panic. It'll go off for a second or two. You won't miss any action, and we'll be back on. Currently, you can just see a little shot of Diesel Weasel, not the advert breaks. So we'll just solve our technical problem, and we'll be back with you very shortly, just in a few seconds' time. Bear with us, bear with us. So, sorry folks, technical glitch is solved, hopefully. So we're back now with the pull-off for the Super Farms. Are we ready, Mix?
So we got...
So let's go. Smokey, 2.
Smokey 2 crew, 3.5 ton Super Farm, Mary Cameron.
Oh, and a good sledge setting there again from the Scottish sledge team. Drags him down just around about the 100-metre mark. Sorry, I'm doing what I normally do. I'm looking that way.
Tom, come back with me.
Yeah,
the shadow's getting longer.
Shadow's getting longer as the day comes on, though.
We could be on the track in a minute.
We'll be on the track in a minute. Do you want to see our beautiful faces?
No, they don't want to see that at all.
Don't zoom in. No, don't. My pimples.
Brilliant run there. So the flag is then set with Mary. I think we'll get a distance in a minute.
We'll get a distance from the measuring tower.
So really going well. Anything else in the comments, Tom?
Yeah, well, probably people going, what's going on with the technical glitch? Hopefully it's all fixed now. We can see it streaming on my phone, now, so hopefully it's all fixed now for you, which is lovely. Yes, you can see me and you. There you go. So, like I say, good pull again. Well done. Yes, indeed.
Look at it. We look like teenagers going down the street with our phones here. So, yeah, again, there was a couple of bits and bobs on there. Questions coming up there, which are there. Question there, which you can answer, is Desperate Dan still pulling?
Fortunately not. Desperate Dan is sat in a shed, not doing a great deal. Team is sort of semi-retired. Little Dan is still in one piece. Desperate Dan is still just sat in the shed where it was when we finished. Most of the Desperate Dan team now help out with the Aftermath team.
I like. We've got one comment which came in was after Luca's wild ride. Jordan put in more horsepower's on the Valtras.
Oh, yeah.
I like that one.
The
Thank
Valtra
you.
fans, yes,
Jordan, I
indeed.
like that one. Top shout out for France there, that's for sure. Question again, which probably you can do this, Tom, as well, because we talked about it in the fact that we don't really know what is going to be the eventual situation in August. But somebody asked, is Snoopy on August? So,
well, again, we said that a little earlier, didn't we? We're not entirely sure what tractors we can get, and also we're not entirely sure what sledge we can get. And the Scottish sledge has its limitations as to what tractors are allowed to pull it and what tractors are not allowed to pull it. So that all depends. It's sort of copy-paste from the previous reply.
Yep.
All depends on the borders and the Brexit and the carnets and whether the Belgium sledge can get here, whether they're allowed to come, whether they can come, whether they've had 2 vaccines or not, whether they've had a negative test, and all that jazz. Said that for my friends. We're taking the right.
We've got one there that says, what's on your shirt? So we might have to zoom on us
what's
as
on
well.
my shirt?
On our shirts. What's on your shirt?
You mean the horse flies that keep landing on us?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
We're in Lancashire now, Clegs.
So I don't know if Mick's can hear us here, but if he wants... Zoom in on Tom's left.
On my left breastplate. We're waiting, come on. I'm stood here like a lemon. Oh, it's all gone, Ted. It basically is a Northwest Chat Plus Club logo.
Yeah.
With our no, we haven't got 2 seconds. You're too late now,
right,
mate.
Spin round because there's something on the back as well.
Oh, on the back, yes. What does it say on the back?
It says NWTPC official, #GreatEck.
Yeah, that is our hashtag, which I always forget to mention. We always try to have the same hashtag, which is always #GTECK. ECC. So great, shortened, which is GT, and then ECC. So if you're watching it, if you're sharing it, if you're on Twitter, use the hashtag GTECC. So great Ek.
94.74 distance to beat. 47. Sorry, I'm gone Lex Dixik. So 94 metres and 47 centimetres for Maori Cameron on Smoky 2. 90.
You just
I can't get it right. I can't get it right. I'm going to write it down
97.47. 97.
I said it was near 100 metres, didn't I?
47 metres, centimetres. So that's the distance that the other ones will have to catch if they can. So the next one in the pull-off will be Mr. Stuart Hunter, not Noblet, on the token business. Sorry, itchy leg. Again, the old Renault we saw a little earlier on, pulling his first round of pulling. And now he's back for the pull-off. Can he get anywhere near that distance young Miss Mary Cameron has set? Which is what, Andy? Can you remember it? 104, 96, 27. He can't. He's just...
97.47.
Well done, Andy.
Thank you. 97 metres, 47 centimetres.
Let's get ready and see if Stuart Hunter can get anywhere near that checker flag and take the win here at Great Eccleston this afternoon in the sunshine. So, let's get ready for talk and business. Oh, good.
Stuart Hunter, Super Farm Class 3.5 tonne, and talking business is my track today.
And a lovely run there for Stuart. Don't just think it's far enough to trouble Miss Mary Cameron at the lead at the moment.
Looks nearer 80 metres to me, Tom.
Yeah.
I think just over 80 metres there's dragged him down. He came across it, interesting. Mary was down the right-hand side of the track. He's come across on the left-hand side of the track. So we'll see what's happening. And we're back in here, Tom.
I know. We keep forgetting we've got a camera to look at.
So I'm just having a look.
Apparently, I love this way this wind's messing your paper.
I know, it's
really
good, isn't it? I'm going to turn it around the other way.
You need a clip like that. Right?
Yeah, I need
Go on,
an extra clip. Right. They reckon better to have £1 any time they mention August 21. So what's the discount code?
No, not telling you now. I am not saying it anymore. I'm not saying that August 21 is a discount code for the tickets for August Bank Holiday weekend and you need to go to nwtbc.co.uk to buy them. I'm just not saying it anymore.
Apparently, it's there. Andy and Tom, you must be baking.
Actually, yeah, to be fair, it was hotter yesterday, wasn't it?
But I don't know about you, but my neck's going.
Yeah, well, that's when my collar's up. Obviously, again, for those that don't know, when we are live on trackside, if there's a barrier just in front of you, you don't think you can see it. Yeah. If we were that side of the barrier, we would be okay. But because we're in the hot side, the action side of the track, the rules and regulations state we must be covered up. We can't be wearing shorts or short sleeve shirts. Or whatever. So hence we're all covered up, which isn't ideal because everybody else around us that isn't on track has got shorts and a nice T-shirt on and start drinking their beers. But, there you go.
Okay. Looks good.
Does.
Luca told me not to get political about the Valtras, so it's fair enough. It's fair enough.
So our distance is coming from the measuring tower.
We're getting a distance in a minute, but what happened?
94.80. 94.80.
Into second place so far at the moment.
Stuart in second place on the talk and business. Andy's going to write it down, look, on his little pad so we don't lose it. So once again, we say thank you to our sponsors. It is really great that you could help us out. The normal guys who always help us out here at August Bank Holiday weekend. We've put some of the banners up down the side of the track. So big shout out to Paul and the Malpas team for Malpas Tractors.
Yep, Malpas Tractors, all the other people that have helped us. You can see some of the people down on the side of the track with the banners potentially behind us. A lot of sponsors here to normally you have with the Northwest Club, to particularly to put August on an event holiday. As we said, Meatas, people like that as well.
Smith's Hire, Harrison Oils,
yeah, JLC down there.
JLC. So we do thank those guys who have helped us out, particularly for this stream. Some have donated to help to pay for the stream because it doesn't all happen for free. We've all had to give our time up, and it's been hard work, but we hope you're enjoying it.
Yeah, so it's good. We'll have a look. We've got 3 more to come. Sorry, 2 more to come. 3 more to come in the pull-off. I'm sorry, my tech's gone wrong.
Yeah.
My tech's gone wrong. So basically, next one up will be the nice little John Deere we're going to see in a minute again. Yeah. Diesel Fever, Red Bull, and Bowling Raptor still to come in the pull-off.
Looking forward to them.
So we'll see what we're going to do with it.
Neil Green on the Diesel Fever. We saw his son earlier, didn't we? He made a really good run on his first run. It's a really nicely turned out machine. Looks like an old John Deere, old style.
Yeah, 3130.
Yeah, I know.
I told you that before.
I know, but hey.
It's a copy with the garden tractor.
Let's get ready for the Diesel Fever.
Diesel Fever, Super Farm, Neil Green.
That turbo's just popping and spluttering a little bit when it came on load, and as it got under load the donkey died. Didn't just have the RPMs perhaps or speed to keep those wheels turning when the load came on. Didn't just get the picture perfect run. We heard the turbo just choo-choo-chooing, as I call it. That's a technical term as well. Just around the 20-30 metre mark.
Tom, how did that go again?
Choo-choo-choo. I do the action as well.
What's it do in the start? Do we have the womp, womp, womp?
Womp, 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 yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Are you going to grab Neil and have a chat with him?
Yeah, I'm going to go and have a little word with Neil.
Nice.
We'll grab hold of him up here in a minute.
So, folks, just to give you a little rundown of what we've got left. So we're in the middle of the Super Farm pull-off, aren't we? 3.5 ton Super Farm pull-off. Then we'll be into the Limited Pro Stock pull-off, and then we'll have a few Pro Stocks, a Super Sport, a truck, and a light modified. So quite a few tractors left to run, all the big tractors. So 2 pull-offs to run, a couple of Pro Stocks to pull, Super Farm, truck. We saw the truck at the start of the stream. I think he'll be pulling again at the end of the stream. And of course we've got the On the Limit from Ellie Pacey. Mark and Ellie Pacey have brought their light modified here this weekend to do some testings. They've got new bits and bells and whistles on it, so we'll see them in about 15-20 minutes time is my guess, something like that. So we've got a distance coming for Diesel Fever.
Okay, Tom, we're up here.
Yeah, you take it away.
I don't know if Neil's going to keep running on that. Neil, we've only seen you down the track a couple of times on the tractor. You must be pleased with that. Superb run.
Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, we're going really well now. Quite pleased with the tractor, and we're just settling into the job.
And also as well, just to compliment you as well, beautifully turned out along with your son's tractor as well. Great to be at Great Eccleston doing a little bit of pulling us for sure, and see you back in August, I hope.
Yes, I'm definite. Loved it. Absolutely brilliant. Well done to everybody that's put this show on for us.
Brilliant. Thanks, Neil. Well done.
Yeah, great run, Neil. Yes, there. And the next one to the line for the pull-off should be Mr. David Todd. Distance for Diesel Fever, 77 metres, 85 centimetres. 77 metres, 85 centimetres for the Diesel Fever. Don't think that's far enough to trouble the leaders at the minute, but here is a man that could potentially trouble the leaders. As we said a little earlier, the rules have slightly changed on the engine limits and the RPMs. Mr. Todd's got a smaller cube engine, but means he can rev it a little higher. So this will be the test now when we're properly. Yesterday there was more of a test and tune and not sort of measuring properly and all pulling at the same time. Now we're running it as classes for you guys at home. So this will be the real benchmark to see now if the Red Bull and his alterations have worked. Let's see what he can do. Yep, the tractor is Red Bull. David Todd at the wheel.
Red Bull pulling team, 3.5 ton Super Farm. My name's David Todd.
it's close. It looks like he's just taken the lead away from the man, but we'll have to wait for the measuring tower. Really good, strong run.
That was, you can hear the difference on the RPM, Tom.
Yeah, you certainly can hear
we might have to be this way around in a minute, but just that 200 RPM extra, and but he absolutely howled down the track there. So it was, very nice to see that. They've moved the flag, which is a little bit of a hint, maybe, that he's gone a bit further. Yes. So we'll just wait for the final distance on there. I say, Red Bull pulling team, now 3 tractors, as we've said before, from Cumbria. David has always been competitive in the class, but I think now he's gone down this route. So, but was it David? Because David's something to do with sort of limited RPM. There might be a Spanish Inquisition now, because maybe they invented the rules about the 3-2. Oops! Don't want to be political again.
But like you say,
sorry, ladies and gents, couldn't resist it.
It certainly has mixed it up, hasn't it? At the top there.
Yeah, that looks very interesting.
David's always been competitive, but it looks like this little tweak to the engine RPMs they've given him has just given those guys with the smaller cube engines the chance to just nip at the heels of the guys with the bigger cube.
Yeah, and I think as long as they're keeping it down to that sort of level 3-2, which we also use in some of the other classes like Super Sport and other stuff on there on the limited RPM, depending on the engine displacement in some of the other classes in Europe.
Yeah.
To be able to do that there, I think it's also makes it sensible that it's differentiates them, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
totally does. Sounds like we've got a distance in. Yeah, lay it on me. So 95 metres, 77 centimetres. 95, 77. Where does that? You're the man with the thing.
He's popped it in between the two, so
not
quite there.
Second place.
So Mauri's still in the lead.
Wow, that's interesting. It looked like he'd gone further from this end, but the measuring tower, sometimes the sledge can't start at exactly the same place every time.
So the measurement there was 2 metres back, although to be fair, it looks as though, as you say, they moved the flag a little bit, so I don't know. It was close. Pretty close.
Some close competition, which is nice.
The other thing that probably we ought to say as well, we have changed the measuring system, how it's normally done, because we've had to back measure today.
Yes, we have.
So some of the things with the reflectors, we had a bit of a challenge. So we're actually measuring from behind. Shouldn't affect it. Should be exactly the same. It's laser measuring we use.
Yeah.
Good of the old days. You'll remember it. It was before my time when they used to basically.
We used to do it with the tape measure.
Yeah, with the tape measure.
When I was little bit.
Yeah, when you were little.
So next one will be the Bowlen Raptor.
Yep, and this is Leon Attenborough at the wheel, and this is the final one in this class. So it's all to go for. 97 and 47 to beat.
Okay, yeah, no problem. So let's see what he can do. As he gets himself backed up to the sledge. And we're all ready to rock and roll. And as he said a little earlier, a beautifully turned out machine. Looks the part. Lovely old Ford, painted grey.
And what's the code we've got to remember?
No, I'm not saying it anymore.
August 2-1. August 2-1.
I'm not saying that anymore.
I am, just because
I know.
Apparently somebody said if we could do that enough, we might find somebody that would donate £1 every time to one of the charities or something.
Absolutely.
So if we do that, if we plug August 21.
So, Leon, last man in this pull-off, got it all to play for. Can he get the sledge up near that checkered flag to get himself on the podium for the 3.5 ton Super Farm class? So let's get ready for the Bowlen Raptor. So we'll just get everything ready to rock and roll. Wait for 2 green flags down the track, indicating track is clear and ready to go. Thumbs up from head track marshal. 2 green flags down the track. It's all down to Leon, the man in the seat. Let's see what he can do. Feel the load now, it digs in. Again, it looks really close to that checker flag. It was doing the business. When it got on load, was certainly powering those wheels through. Let's see if it's far enough, shall we?
I'm not going to guess on that one.
No, I can't guess from here either.
So it looks pretty close to me.
It does.
But that what a nice run again. As we said before, Leon, that's his, I think, the second or third time he's been out with the tractor.
Yeah, it was his first outing was the August before we went into lockdown.
Yep, 2019. So we'll have a look and see what the distance is coming up. But look at this here, 97, 94, 95. It's all pretty close.
Yeah, some nice pulling,
So good sledge setting on there from the guys, and we'll have a look at it. That will conclude the Super Farm class.
Yep, and then what's next? We're going to move on to
We've got a bit of a pull-off with come whatever. We missed the distance with Moody Blue.
So he'll come again.
So he's going to come again. But I think also Ed wanted to run with a setting like the Pro Stock that's going to run in a bit. So we'll see. We'll see. They're going to come back out again in a minute.
Yep.
And then we're going to go into, I think after that we've got some Pro Stocks.
Yep.
We're going to have a look at, then we've got the light modified.
Yep.
Somewhere in there is Super Sport.
Correct.
So we're going to have that in there. And then Stephen with his truck again.
Brill.
I think that's the plan.
That's the plan.
But that's what they told us about an hour and a half ago.
And we're stood here now talking to you,
so we don't know what's going to happen.
We make it up as we go along, basically. So a distance of 92 metres and 2 centimetres. 92.02 for Leon on the Bolan Raptor. Where does that put him, Andy?
That puts him in 4th place.
4th place, wow.
So 2 meters. I mean, the spread was 5 metres across the top
that's
top four.
Pulling, that's what we like.
It's really brilliant.
Nice tight class.
And then, of course, we'll have slightly behind him Neil Green with a new tractor again.
Yeah.
So that's the target for Neil. They want to put a couple of extra metres on when it comes in August. But really nice, really, really tight. And again, the difference between the 3,000 and the 3,200 RPM.
Yeah, no, it's good.
So look good.
Good, really good.
Well done.
So like you say, we're moving on now. That concludes the Super 3.5 ton Super Farm class. We're going to move on to the 3.5 ton Limited Pro Stock pull-off / second pulls, if that makes sense.
Yeah, second runner again. As I say, sorry, we didn't get the distance on Moody Blue the first time. We had Red Mist out the end. Stuart Noblet, not Hunter.
That's right, yes.
Yeah, if you remember that on there. And Ed Bateman on Major Madness with the Puller 2000s on.
Cool.
Which is the first time he's done that for one of the events.
Looking forward to it.
We must remember as well, if you're watching and it's hot at home, keep hydrated.
Keep hydrated, yes.
As we're trying to.
We did ask you earlier to tell us if you've just joined.
Yes, have we got any interesting
stream,
places?
Tell us where you're watching from. We'll give you a shout out. I remember, Weaving's Machinery, Ford to Major had Puller 2000s on it. Yes, it did.
Oh,
we thought Ed might have been the first ones. No, but Mr. Weaving did.
Was it Pullers or just normal Firestones? Was it
Puller
2000s?
I can't remember.
David Jones, if you're hearing it and listening to the stream, you'll know that as well. Or Simon Weaving, if you're in the stream somewhere.
Indeed.
I don't know.
I don't know. No.
We will see.
What we put in here, I've just added the verb to chew, chew, chew into my English dictionary. Thank you, Luca.
Well, if you listen to the great one there with Beer Money, and the other ones is the womp womp womp. If we miss the womp womp womp, which is a Pro Stocker,
yes,
which they go on there,
which will be on a little later on.
And we've got Tom's Turbo, we're going to call it.
So it's time for the Moody Blue again.
So back on Edward Greaves.
Yeah.
Driving the Moody Blue. So we're getting ready, and this is limited Pro Stock. So all the same rules that we said. Pro Stock tractors. Just 405 cubic inches, the ruling in the UK, working with the BTPA tractors.
Yeah, that's right.
But apart from that, as we said, it's a Pro Stock.
Mm-hmm. So let's get ready for Moody Blue. So here we go with the Moody Blue. We'll build the boost with the clutch. Oh, big gear, listen, the engine RPMs haven't come up like they should. Feels the load now as the box tops. Ah, that's far enough for him. Good strong run. So a really good strong run there for the Moody Blue. Like I said, the first time we didn't get the distance on measurement, so we've given him a second run. Like I say, we're not running for points, we're not running for championships, so it's just a bit of a test and tune and a stream, so we can actually get some tractor pulling live in action here for you guys at home. So again, once again, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of our sponsors. You can see some of their banners down the side of the track as they're going down. We've, of course, you see all the New Holland tractors running up and down the track. And if you're in the agricultural industry and looking to partake in a new tractor or telehandler or piece of machinery or cultivation equipment, the Malpas tractor team are your guys for us. If you would just, even if you just go and ask them for a price and tell us that the Tractable has sent you, that would help tremendously. We thank Paul Reeves and the family from Malpas Tractors for helping us out, supplying all these tractors, and have done for quite a few years. So blue is the colour, as they say. I'm allowed to say that. Well, you know, there you go. Also the Midtas Tyre brand, they've helped out the sport of tractor for many years now. So let's see, I can hear a distance coming in for the Moody Blue, and we'll give you that as soon as we've got it. So 90 metres and 34 centimetres, 90 metres and 34 centimetres for the Moody Blue. So the next one to the line will be Mr. Stuart Noblet at the wheel of the Red Mist. We saw him get out the far end a little earlier on. Now this machine has been in the Northwest for quite some years, used to be owned and driven by Mr. Alistair Parkinson. And Stuart took ownership of it quite a few years ago now, and I always forget we've had like a year off because of COVID, haven't we? So if it was 3 years, it's more like 4 years ago, and has been tuning it up, and over the last few COVID months has really got it running on song. Had a few runs up in Scotland at their test and tune a few weekends ago, and this was absolutely fabulous run for Stuart, and he's in the pull-off, so let's see what he can do. We've got Ed Bateman coming out with his Puller 2000s on, still dialing those machines in, so it's got it all to play for in this limited Pro Stock class. So we just get Stuart all connected up, kill switch attached, hook on, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll. So here we go, we can hear, if you can hear now, the noise levels have increased. The V8 machines are warming up in the pits for when they pull in a few moments' time.
That sounds like a V8 Chevy, Tom.
Miss Pacey warming up on the pit area, so that's just going to increase the noise levels. But you should still be able to hear Stuart run in a moment. Oh, you're back. You've just been sorting some stuff out.
Some technical stuff.
Yes, well done.
That's V8 Chevys, mate.
That is V8 Chevy,
That's
yes.
V8 Chevys.
So we're ready to go now with Stuart Hunter on the Red Mist.
Stuart Noblet.
Oh, yeah. And another good run, gets away from the line in good style, drags it out, feels the load and drags him down just around the 100 metre mark, but we'll wait for the measuring tower. Good strong run from Stuart Noblet, not Hunter. So we've got just one more left to run in this pull-off for the limited Pro Stocks. And that will be Mr. Ed Bateman on the Major Madness. Now, we spoke a little earlier about, what did we speak about? Come on, Tom. Compacts. Component, even. Component tractors. Now, this is a component major limited Pro Stock home-built loveliness is what it is. Ed built this machine up. It's got a major engine, a blue engine under the bonnet. Major tin work, truck rear end, I believe. And again fitted with Puller 2000 tyres. We thought it was the first, but it's not, because somebody's corrected it in the chat that Mr. Weaving on Herbie put some pullers on once upon a time ago, like we remember. So some more people in the chat. Mr. Weaving had normal pullers, not 2000s. Brilliant. Lots of comments, thank you very much. Hi from Great Eccleston, hi. So there's people in the village who normally join us watching. I'm sure you can hear it. We'll be slightly out of time. I'm guessing it'll happen live before you actually watch it on the stream. So that's brilliant. Any modifieds here today? Yes. We've got We've got modified Miss Ellie Pacey. We've just heard her warming up in the pit area. We've got 2 or 3 more tractors to run before we see her run down the track. And we're just now waiting for the Major Madness and a distance for Stuart Noblet on the Red Mist. And the distance is coming through a distance of 101.82. 101.82. So well done, Stuart. That's good enough to put him in the lead in this pull-off at the moment, with 1 more to go. So can the Old Major slightly tweaked, miss up the party for Mr. Noblet on the Red Mist. Mr. Ed Bateman at the wheel. Being back to the sledge by Mr. David Jones. He's certainly got some jobs given to him today. Oh, you just walk across shot, don't worry. You know, we're trying to run a professional outfit here. I
tried to get my a bit close then, sorry. I tried to get my bum as low as possible, but it didn't work.
No, well done.
Sorry, I lost my ears.
Oh, your batteries go flat?
Yeah, my batteries went flat, so I had to disappear and get that, yeah. So we got sorted out. We're going to have a look. So we've got last one. Limited
Pro Stocks.
So Mr. Ed Bateman.
Yes.
And we've got a distance of 101.
Yeah, I've told him.
And 82
to beat, if he can.
So we'll see what's going to happen.
So we're just getting lined up to the sledge. Chain on again, as always. Kill switch attaches. Kill switch the sledge driver if he feels tractor and or machine and or driver out of control. Big red button, hit the button, pull the kill switch. Puts the flap in front of the turbo and stops the air going to the engine, hence stopping the engine working, basically. All the safety precautions.
It's a good point you make there, Tom, because, again, you talked about the flags and the green and the red lights. Unless everything's green, nothing will be happening on this track.
No, indeed.
Unless everybody's happy, the head track marshal's happy, 2 flag guys, anybody else in the sledge team. If they're not happy and there's nothing sitting on green, it ain't going to happen.
Well, they are happy. They're waiting for us now. So let's
get
ready
okay,
for
we'll get on with it.
Major Madness. So can the Old Major with the Puller 2000s on mess up the party here at Great Eccleston? Can he get past that 101 metre mark? Come on, the Pullers, let's go! Yeah, Ed Bateman! Hit the loud pedal! Yes! Locked into the track! Listen to the RPM, get on with it! Feel the load, dig it in, scratch it in! Oh, it looks like it's far enough, but we'll wait for the measuring tower.
I think he's a bit short.
Oh, I don't know.
Whoa! Flame show time.
A little bit of flame at the end there.
Oh, we like to see it. We missed that.
They've moved the checkered flag ever so slightly, but that's with the clue's always in the measuring tower.
So we'll have a look at that and see what's going on there. So it's that's going to be pretty interesting if we get pretty close. So we got to. So we'll have to see what that is. To me, it looks potentially, it's just about there.
What, Stuart's 101?
101.82.
So that's what we're going to wait. We're going to wait for the measuring tower. To beat. We can see the measuring tower looking through the laser now as we speak.
How'd that go?
Looking through the laser.
You were playing a flute then, it looked like. So again, what else have we got to talk about? We need to talk. Any more comments? We haven't had the comments for a little bit on there.
True, Barney McGrew.
And in case you've already forgotten, the discount code is August 21 for the online tickets, which while the stream is on are a little bit cheaper.
Yep.
We can do, yes.
So a few more comments. Will the Fox team be coming in August? Flipping heck, the Fox team haven't been playing for quite some years now. They no longer pull now to the Fox team. Harold Hewitt. Hi, Harold. Thanks for joining us. Wonderful afternoon watching All Involved. Cheers. No problem. Somebody asking about mini modifieds. No, unfortunately, the gentleman that runs the mini modified sledges is a little bit poorly.
Actually, good shout out, Jeff Brown. If you're watching, Jeff, I hope you're feeling a bit better and everything there. He's been running the sledge for a number of years, Jeff. He's been very poorly on the mend, so that's one of the reasons, unfortunately, that the
So
sledge wasn't. We
didn't
have any minis here this
the
weekend.
guy that runs and looks after the sledges a little
Yeah.
bit poorly. Nothing on the men though now. So Jeff, we wish you the best. Oh, the measurements are coming in. We'll wait for it when it comes in our ear. Something 7 I heard. Oh. Well, I think we'll double check on that distance, ladies and gents, before we just read it out. So it's time for some pulling action now. Here are the Pro Stocks. Andy's just going to go and double check on that distance because we don't think that one was right. So next to the line will be the Diesel Dragon. Gareth Jones at the wheel of the Diesel Dragon. Let's see what he can do. And we're ready for Diesel Dragon. Oh, we're not quite ready. He's not coming yet. Hang on. Tell me when we're ready. Here he comes to the sledge now. Does the Diesel Dragon, Andy? Can you see?
And here we are. The other thing as well, Gareth, there's a lot of changes on the tractor. So again, test and tune, might not be able to see what he can do. We haven't been able to test these. Certainly these big machines, you can't test them to the extent. So basically, we'll see what happens with Diesel Dragon. It's a lot of change for him for this one. So we'll keep his fingers crossed for Gareth on this first pull.
Yeah, let's see what he can do. Come on, Gareth. So come on, Gareth, let's see what you can do, buddy. Winds it up. And here we go. Ooh. So it doesn't just look slash sound right there for the Diesel Dragon. No, it's not running right, is it, Andy?
I don't think there. It doesn't look as though we got any boost on there. Gareth's trying to move the sledge slightly, so you can see, but I think we'll have to have an investigation on that one.
Yes, so we'll get Gareth moved out of the way, and we'll bring on the next man, who is there waiting. So Gareth gets towed out of the way. Unlucky Gareth. Good show, good attempt, but
sorry, I did it again.
Sorry, you missed out. Luckily, the next man's nearly ready to rock and roll. We see him backing up to the sledge now.
Yeah, but the biggest problem we have, obviously, with tractor pulling is you cannot test a lot of this stuff in the yard.
No, indeed.
So again, the first time they can get out here, have a go on it, have a tug on the sled, and they'll find out. And if there's something not quite right,
yeah, I know.
You know that they ain't gonna go. So
disappointing, Gareth. Unlucky, mate.
But we'll see him back in August, I hope, and we'll see what we're gonna have.
And the next one to the line will be the Piston Broke. Here he is.
Yeah. So we've got Piston Broke, Alex Reary at the wheel.
So let's get ready for Piston Broke. Oh, another one that just struggled to lead the line there, Mr. Alex Reary, unfortunately. Yeah, disappointing there for Alex. Build the boost, so that's 2 in a row now that have not managed to lead the line. Just not the ideal for the test and tunes. But that's the way the cookie crumbles, as they say. So we've one more Pro Stock to run here this afternoon, then that's Mr. Eccles on the Simply Red. Yeah, that's fine. So we'll just take a minute or two now to get Alex out the way. Looks like we'll just go to a little ad break while we sort this out, ladies and gentlemen. Might be a little bit of oil on the floor, but we shall go to an ad break and we'll see you in 2 minutes. So it looks like the problem for Alex Reary's been solved. We'll go back to live for action. So we're ready for Piston Broke. No. He tried to get it to go again, but unfortunately couldn't get it to go.
Still gremlins there for Alec.
Yeah. Andy, are you going to go and have a little word with Miss Ellie Pacey, did I hear?
Well, I did. I went down early. See, I went earlier.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and see, you didn't know about this.
No, I didn't.
We've snuck a little recording in because we went into the pits earlier on,
yes.
and I found a certain young lady that drives a light modified.
So what do we say? Run VT, is that how they say?
There we go. Run VT. So we snuck around the pits a little bit. We're here at the test and tune. There's quite a lot been done with a lot of the tractors, and
we've run the wrong VT. This is not our first time doing this, obviously, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks. Was it? Well, oh, right, brilliant. Yeah, just we tried to be so professional, tried to pre-record stuff so we didn't have to do it on the fly, and it's all gone to SH1T. Absolutely brilliant.
That was just showed that the live bits are live,
yeah.
and even
the non-live bits can't work.
In the non-live bits, we even got that a little bit different.
Right, well, we'll let the man behind the computer to see if he can fix that. So and then we'll play Ellie's interview when we can.
Yeah, I'm going to go.
So
shall I go and talk to Alec?
Well, we've got John coming up in a minute, haven't we? John Eccles is due next, so he'll be coming out any moment.
So we'll get that sorted. So
we'll just get Alex out the way, and then we'll wait for Mr. Eccles on Simply Red to join us. I can see him getting ready to come. So then we'll watch Ellie's interview a little later on, shall we?
I'll go and with the tech and find out what's going on.
Okay, fine. You go and do that bit. That's fine. So John Eccles is coming any moment, ladies and gentlemen. So just bear with us. So I think we're ready for Simply Red now to join us. Simply Red to join us. Here comes John Eccles on Simply Red.
So we have John Eccles, Simply Red team, and again, like Gareth had been doing with his tractor Diesel Dragon, there's a lot of changes.
Here he goes, building the boost pressure, he's away from the line, look at this! Nice boost on the charger into the bonnet, here the boost is John Eccles! Whoa, there we go, big fireball! Oh my goodness, we're on fire, look out, put it out! Oh, hey up, come on, he's off the seat. Don't worry, no dramas, calm down, we're all right, everybody, we're all right. Looks like the turbo's let go there, Andy. Bit of a drama there. Bit of a drama for Mr. Eccles, unfortunately. It was a nice, good, strong run, but towards the end it looked like the turbo's let go. Andy's gone down the end to investigate, to see what's going on. Put some water on that tractor, Andy. Yeah, there we go. Oh, disappointing. As I was saying as he was going down the track, I think he fitted a new turbocharger only a few days ago, over the winter months. So, really disappointing, John. Not the result I'm sure the team were looking for. But yeah. Andy, come back to me now. Tell me a little bit like what you can see down there. Flipping out, what a mess it's made. Yeah, really unlucky there for John and the team. Big fireball at the end, and like I say, I think it was some form of turbo let go.
You know...
Go on. Are you out of breath or what?
You know, I said I didn't want this running job.
Yes.
So, I'm back down here, mate.
Well, disappointed. Yeah, swap, because we like Ant and Det, we've always got to be on the same side.
I can hear you with the other ear now.
Yeah, I
as
know,
well.
yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Chargers let go on there.
Oh.
So,
and it was a new Charger, yeah?
Yeah, what I'll do is, if I can't, when we've got in a couple of those tractors, I'll go and see if I can find John in the pits when it's all calmed down.
Yeah.
There was a lot of water going around up there. Everybody's fine.
I can see the track team getting it out the way now.
Everything's good. Okay. It's quite unique because a lot of the other motorsports put different stuff in powder and stuff like that and everything. But a lot of, particularly on the diesels, water's fine. You know, so it's put out on there. I think a little bit of heat around there. So John got off quickly. I had a quick 4 eyes. We made sure he was okay.
Right. Well, it's just going to take us a minute or two to clear this up. So this VT that we messed up before, do we play
so
that
we're going
now?
to try and do the VT. So I went and I snuck around earlier.
Yep.
And I found a certain young lady that we know anyway with a light modified. And
so let's try and do it again.
Yes.
Roll VT!
So we snuck around the pits a little bit. We're here at the test and tune. There's quite a lot been done with a lot of the tractors, and I happened to spy a light modified. On the limit team, Ellie Pacey, I've tracked her down. We're going to have a word with her because we want to find out what they've been doing. Ellie. So Ellie, we see the tractor here. Great to see it at the test and tune. What's been going on? I know you've been busy, but what's been happening with the tractor today?
Well, over the winter we've had a fair bit of time to sort of think about what we've been doing with it, and we've debated plenty of different ideas as to how we can sort of up the performance. Rather than going into anything too sort of technical, we've decided to upgrade the cams to hopefully get more power out of it, and you'll probably see an upgrade on the superchargers as we've been able to go up a size and basically get a bit more power out of them.
Thanks, Elliot. Now, you see, you weren't telling them. I can tell them that you've got 1471 superchargers on here and you had 871, so that means more horsepower, yeah?
Yeah, give it all we got.
Also, another thing, we have seen you over the last 18 months. You haven't been quiet. You've been doing a few other things, and I think anything to do with horsepower, you've got involved with 1 or 2 things, and also finalist in Miss England.
Yeah, so I got involved in Miss England to try and sort of inspire more girls to get into motorsports like tractor pulling. and also to promote different women in engineering and in agriculture. Over that, I've basically been working full-time for Mercedes F1 and doing anything else to turn my hand to, having to go on a motocross bike and still working on a project car in the workshop, seeing as tractor pulling wasn't going on. We're definitely glad to be back out again.
So shall we just put it this way, Ellie? You haven't been sitting doing nothing, shall we say?
Yeah, it's been pretty non-stop, but I don't think we'd have it any other way.
Right, so all the best for today. We'll see what goes on the live stream coming up now, and we'll see what's going to happen. And I thought I'd been busy during lockdown. Well, Ellie, I think you've been doing a hell of a lot more than a lot of us. Look forward to seeing you out on the track in a bit, and all the best with the new setup. And there's definitely more horsepower in this tractor now. Look forward to it.
Well done, Andy. Lovely little interview.
That was not too bad. And
Yes.
I got back, and I've got my breath back again.
Yes. Well, you've told them that wasn't real now. You already run up from John. We've managed to get the track cleared out of the way, and while the track was being cleared at that end, we've decided to get Ellie to the start line.
So we
and
have.
then we can get her fired up.
So we have the said lady on
the track.
on the limit.
Yep.
So we'll get that.
And here we
then fire
go.
up.
We don't need to watch us. Let's watch that.
Right, so this is the noisy one you're going to hear. This is the V8 Chevy Power. A lot of horsepower here. Some changes from Mr. Pacey.
Yeah.
So we'll see what she does.
Time for On the Limit.
On the Limit.
On the Limit tractor pulling team, light modified, Ellie Pacey.
I'm Mark Pacey.
Come on, Miss Ellie Pacey. We've seen what she's talked about. Let's see what she can do here at Great Eccleston on the live stream. Come on, the On the Limit. Oh, what a good run. Little bit of bouncing. And got a bit of a bounce on. Mr. Pacey is still dialing in those new engines. Like we said, like we heard in the interview. With Ellie a little earlier. Thank you. Yeah, so comment from Luca there, ETPC president, live comment, and a fireman, Andy. Well done, Andy, on the commenting on the John saga there. But a lovely run from Ellie. Didn't just perhaps get locked into the track as well as she could, but we do know that Mark's been doing some work on the engines, still dialing them in, put some new superchargers on, new cams, I think, in there as well. But a nice dial up, nice test and tune for Ellie. Got the horsepower now, I think. We just need to get the old thing.
So I've caught up with them.
Go on then, you talk to us, Andy.
Right, we've gone down here. We've got Ellie's up on the seat down here. I've got Dad Mark here. Now I know you changed a few things in there, and you sort of Ellie hinted at it in the earlier interview, because she won't tell us all the secrets. We know that. But how were you pleased with that? I was first running with new setup on the engines. How did it go for you?
Yeah, obviously we got it set fairly reserved, Andy, to be quite honest, so we can get some data off it and see what it's up to. But yeah, she probably hit it a little bit half the line, set it into a bounce, but it's something to work on, and we've got August and this year to keep going, and we can get it, ready for next year.
She certainly sounded a little bit angrier, as I call it, a bit more of a growl to her, and you had a little bit of a bounce, but I know before in the past it's very difficult, certainly with the light modified, to get in and to lock in sometimes there, and you've had a little bit, but I think it looked better to me from what it was going. I don't know what it felt like for Ellie and so on, and what you thought from the track side.
Yeah, I'd like to, obviously, to lock in better and go better, but it will come. I can assure you now it will come with what's in there. We can play with blower speeds because we've not got a lot of blower speed on it at the moment. We've increased the size of the charges back to 1471s from 871s. So we're just learning and going forward. You know, that's what this year's about really, test and tune, and let's go into 2022. 2022, I don't know where we are, you know, fighting, if you know what I mean. So.
Thanks, Mark. Brilliant. Final word from Ellie. You've been doing a lot of things, as we saw in the live stream on the interview earlier. It's got to still be the best, isn't it?
Definitely. You can't beat the feeling of being one of these. It's amazing. You can't beat the feeling of being on one of these. It is absolutely amazing. You'll never get this sort of feeling on anything else, I don't think.
Brilliant. Thanks, Ellie. All the best. We'll catch up with you soon, Mark. Ellie, On the Limit tractor puller team. Brilliant.
Brilliant. Thank you. Thank you, Andy. Well done. Really good run there from Ellie. Like her dad said, just trying to get it dialed in, yeah. Just sorting out the settings. Doesn't want to be kicking rods out of Chevys on a test and tune weekend. So great opportunity to test and just get some data from the new things he's changed on the tractor. But yeah, still a lovely looking machine. I do like the yellow look of a tractor, but again, I'm a little bit biased. But yeah, nice machine. Well done, Mark, and thank you for joining us at the weekend. So we've got two more runs down the track now. We've got the Extreme Force, and then we're going to finish with what we started with, which was the truck puller. So I can see Extreme Force making his way to the line now.
It also depends. I might have a chance to go and get a word with John in the pits as well.
Okay, yeah. Well, you run off to John now.
I'll go and do that.
He'll be in there. He'll be, mopping his brow at the minute.
So we'll do that. So once we get Extreme Force, we'll have a run down here.
Yeah. Then we'll go and get John.
I'll see if they're in the mood for talking.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
All right.
Right. Okay then, folks. It's time for Extreme Force.
Extreme Force, 4.5 ton Super Sport, Kevin Carnegie.
It's a great run there from Kevin Carnegie with Extreme Force. So that one there, the old brilliant cap from Holland, as we've said before, and super run from Kevin. We'll see him back in August.
Yeah, great, Andy. You shoot off and see if you can find John in the pits. And we'll get a quick interview with John, hopefully, if Andy can find him in the pit area. And then we've got one truck left to run.
I'm running again.
Go on, get running. Yeah, so it's been a great weekend. Again, don't forget, this will be the last time I say it now, and I don't know if there's any tickets left, but if you can join us, August Bank Holiday Weekend, it would be absolutely greatly appreciated. We'd love to see this banking full of people. Discount code is August 21. If you go and buy the tickets online, nwtpc.co.uk, August 21. We're in for a great weekend. We'll just have a quick ad break while Andy goes and finds John, and then we've got a truck puller to finish off. So, thanks, people.
I'm nearly there, Tom. Give me some chance. I'll talk then, go. Okay. So Andy's just still running around to find Mr. Eccles. We've got a roving camera in the pit area. Hopefully the distance will work for you. But again, folks, we'll get one interview with Mr. Eccles, and then we'll finish off with the truck puller. Who's just, I can see the truck pullers are getting ready now, ready for action. So if Andy can find Mr. Eccles before the truck puller gets ready, we'll do that, which will be lovely. Again, last time, I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for helping us put this event on. If you're interested in being involved in the Northwest Tractor Pullers Club and getting your name in lights, do contact us via our Facebook page or email address on the website. And it's been a fantastic weekend. We've got just one more thing left to pull. We'll hopefully get Andy tied up with Mr. Eccles if we can. Brilliant. Thank you very much. And I know I said it was the last time, but this really is the last time. Go to the website. August 21 is the discount code. If there's any tickets left, I'm not entirely sure. There were a limited number. Last chance for your comments, people. What have you thought of it? How have we done? Let us know. Any, bits that we should have done or should have done different. Yes, Mr. Carnegie's tractor was the old Red Impact. I can see that on the chat. Yes, it was. It's been fantastic to have you with us. We've had a good amount of people the whole stream, which has been brilliant. You can also obviously watch this on YouTube after the fact. Andy, are you there yet, or what? I'm nearly there, mate.
Come on then, hurry up, for crying out loud. So, once again, folks, thank you for joining us. It's been a real pleasure. And we'll finish off with the truck puller. And whichever comes first. If Andy gets there first, we'll let him talk to John. Or if the truck puller gets ready first, we'll have the truck puller then, John. Whichever one's first.
I think we're still getting sorted out, Danny. So, Tom, if you've got there, we'll go to the truck puller probably then.
Yeah,
and we'll
let's go then with Thunderstorm. So, a nice run there from the Thunderstorm. Andy, you missed that in the pits, but a lovely run to finish us off for the day. Andy, have you made it into the pit area yet? Are you there? Can you hear us? Let's go.
We're here. We're just about to run it into you. So, get him ready. So that was a very interesting run we've just seen there, Simply Red down there. Managed to come back to the pits now and catch up with John. John, what happened? So John, what happened?
Well, I'm afraid the turbo's let go again, Andy. It's we've got a fair bit of oil spillage and a little bit got onto me, and it started getting a little bit warm at one point. Obviously we've got fire suits on, so it wasn't a problem whatsoever, but yeah, it was just exciting for a few minutes there.
All I've got is a picture of my future son-in-law putting a bucket of water over you, but I think it probably did the trick.
Yeah, it probably didn't need a full bucket of water. I had it fairly well under control, but seriously, yeah, that's why we were with fire suits. I had got most of it out, and it did put a couple of gallons of water on me, so we're definitely going to have to, the weather's good enough, fire suit's going to go up now and we'll get it dried off.
Brilliant. It's sorry to see that, as always, when something goes wrong with the tractor, but again, good that you're all okay, crew's okay. It's a turbocharger, as you said, so we can look to get back on there and get it sorted again.
Yeah, we'll just get her. We have actually got another turbo on order. We knew that one. We've probably done 3-4 seasons on it. It's been on and off a couple of times, so we can't complain, Andy. She's going well. I think we're going in the right direction now, so we've just got to find that a little bit more, because there's one or two good ones about that we've got to try and catch, isn't there?
Well, we like to think that occasionally, but we'll see you back in August then and see how she goes there with the new setup.
Yeah, cheers, thank you very much, and thanks to North West Club for putting this on. It's good just to get out and meet friends again, and you can see the atmosphere's picked up again round pits. It's good to see everybody, and it's good to catch up with them.
Thanks for that, Andy. Yeah, good insight. Disappointing there for John and the team. Unlucky, John. Now, come on back, Andy. Come on, run back. He'll be running back, and we'll just do a quick sign-off, folks. So, our social media channels, if you can like us, we are at NWTPC on Twitter. Find us at Northwest Tractor Pullers Club on Facebook. Find us on YouTube. Find us on Twitter. Find us on Facebook. Don't forget the hashtag if you like what you've seen and you want to share it. We are hashtag GTECC. So great, which is GT, and then EC, as in Eccleston. So great EC or GT EC. Find us, hashtag us. Oh, here he comes. Look. Flipping out, you've done some running today. Well done, lad. Thanks a lot.
And breathe.
And breathe. Well, that's it now. We've seen them all.
Well done.
Well, thanks. What a day
thanks,
we've
pal.
had. What a day, eh?
Hang on.
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah, it's been scorching. It's been great. We've had some V8s with methanol. We've had all the other, from the little ones right the way up. It's great to be here. It's brilliant that we could sort of, in our bubbles, been able to see the people that we normally compete with on the track, indeed, and that sort of stuff. Real big thanks to everybody that helped organise it, from the sponsors to the Great X Show Society, allowing us to use the field and everything there. And everybody together, let's try and get the pulling back as soon as we can. And here's the taster.
Yeah, that was the taster. So make sure you join us in August, all right?
So, last distance we had for the truck.
Last distance of the truck, full pull, 101 metres, so well done, Steve.
Yeah, 101 metres, 22.
Got it dialed in well.
So that's good. And last words to you, Tom.
Well, I'd just like to say a big thank you. Thank you to all of the Northwest Club for we are all volunteers. We all do it for the love of the sport. So thanks to everybody. Thanks to you, Andy.
You're
thanks
welcome.
for everybody for coming and giving up their time. We've all had to, it's been really hard work with the risk assessment and the COVIDness and all that jazz, but it's been absolutely fabulous. And today, and seeing this pulling and seeing the fans on this virtually has made it all worthwhile. So
last mention as well, we can't leave out Dave on the camera, and Mix, as we've called him, who's a Tom, but he's called Mix.
So we didn't get confused.
Yeah, otherwise we did get confused.
So once
brilliant.
again, folks, thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you're here live in August. Me and Andy are signing off. Thank you.